Deny, defend, dinglebob. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles, cup shot and healthcare CEO of podcasting. Joining me today, assassinated United States President of 1963, it's Biggie.
It wasn't me. It might have been. Hello.
Also, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary, it's Gadget.
I say you don't know. I say take me out.
That's what they did. Unfortunately, John Lennon, aka Stig, and Yoko Ono, aka Candy, will not be on tonight because 1, her Xbox is broken, and 2, Stig said he can't be arsed.
That's rude. No work ethic on him, is there?
Nope, none at all.
No.
Absolute piss poor.
Oh, that'll be going in
tends
his,
to have the shits.
be going in his review. He won't be getting his Christmas bonus or anything like that.
He can't have shits because he's used that excuse too many times. We're gonna have to make a work placement plan for him. So, like, I don't know, get him one of those toilets that you can sit on.
One of those performance management things.
Performance manager action plan.
Yeah, Biggie, get the paperwork going.
It's already typed up. I've been waiting for this moment for years.
It's got to be done. We've got to get rid of him. We've got to get rid of him.
And they said HR's not malicious.
It's understandable that Candy's off. Her Xbox is broken.
Yeah, it's just a moment.
I love how people listening think I'm joking.
No, it is actually legitimately her Xbox is broken, and
that's why she's not on.
She's not had a good few weeks, so she's just like, that was a last straw that broke the camel's back. So we don't begrudge her it. We begrudge Stig it, but you know.
Told her not to install Starfield.
And Biggie, look, never underestimate the power of PlayStation, innit, bro?
Exactly. Game Pass. Wouldn't happen with Sony.
No one plays them. No one turns them off.
In fact, no one could get online at one point.
Exactly. Oh, God, do you remember that? Was it like 2.5 months when you couldn't get on PlayStation?
Yeah, I remember it very well.
No,
yeah. We were playing
I didn't have one then.
Battlefield as well. We couldn't get on.
Yeah, it was PS3 generation then, because I'd just got Demon Souls. And I was like, I had to go through the game, but not knowing that there were like player summons or player signatures or anything like that, like messages on the floor. Yeah. I got to the end of the game. I got to the end of the game. One of my mates says, "Oh, did you like the multiplayer? Is it multiplayer?"
Huh. Did it not compensate anyone?
Yeah, they did.
They gave free games.
Free games. I think I remember getting Wipeout HD. And
there was that.
Dead Nation.
That's the one. Yeah, Dead Nation.
Dead Nation was great for a twin stick shooter.
I mean, online were free back then anyway, so you can't complain.
Yeah, I think they gave people like a couple of months of PlayStation Plus as well, because that was when PlayStation Plus had just launched.
Yeah.
So you ended up getting maybe about 4 or 5 free games out of it.
Fair play. Good lads, them Sonys.
Not anymore. Though.
Anyway, I wonder if there's any like news or anything like that. Some kind of like, I don't know, man on the box, like town crier style news segment in this show. Maybe like, I don't know, Biggie's breaking news.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's breaking news.
Oh yay! Oh yay!
Ding, ding, ding.
For the next podcast, we should get Biggie a bell and just have him like wander around wherever we happen to be recording.
Yeah.
A big
one
red
of those
gown.
pointy hats.
Yeah,
I always wanted one of them. Lots of jewelry. I look like fucking Mr. T. Anyway,
Mr. B.
Doing the news. Yes, so insiders are already hyping up the Game Awards. People are saying it's set to be a very big show. It's taking place on the night of Thursday, the 12th of December, so it will be out by the time you're listening to this podcast.
No, it will not. It will be after. I think it starts at 1 in the morning our time on the Friday.
It's already happening.
Yes.
I can't believe Elden Ring won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
DLC. Can you believe it?
No, it wasn't a DLC.
Killzone 5 announced.
It wasn't a DLC. It was Miyazaki came back and forced the original game back into Jeff Keighley's mouth.
Yeah, I forgot.
It was rather violent and quite graphic.
I hated that bit when Hideo Kojima came out and started fellatio in Jeff Keighley. It was like, whoa, a bit much.
Yeah, you would have thought the relationship would be the other way around.
Yeah, and that bit when Joseph Fares came on and started fucking shooting up the audience. Fuck.
I'd stand for Joseph Fares, though.
Aggressive.
And very touching tribute to the death of Hideo Kojima. So that was quite surprising.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace. If all this happens, we had fucking Sears.
I don't think any of this is going to happen.
No, neither do I.
I'll probably be staying up to watch it because I don't sleep anyway, so...
You'll sleep when you're dead.
Exactly.
But joking aside, are you guys thinking anything big's going to be announced that you're expecting? Or
Nope.
No, I'm hoping for some nice surprises. I'm hoping we get a release date for Judas, Ken Levine's new game. Because I just want to play that game so bad. Well, I wonder if we get a release date for that, I wonder if like 2K will like sneakily put in a teaser for Bioshock 4 just to fuck with them.
Or the remaster of the remaster.
I'd like to see a trailer for Resident Evil 9.
That would be nice. I think we'll probably get some gameplay of Borderlands 4.
Who cares?
Yeah, he was talking. He's already revealed that there's a trailer, or he's very excited for everyone to see what's happening with this teaser trailer or something.
Do you reckon that yellow robot's going to wheel up and go, "Hi guys, I'm a crazy robot," and they're going to go, and it's going to be like fucking Jeff Beck. "I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you shoot me?" That kind of music.
Beck, not Jeff Beck. Two different people.
Jeff Beck. Beck.
Who's Jeff Beck?
Jeff Beck's another singer.
He's a guitarist.
Well, you know, musician. I'm having a bad week. My Xbox broke earlier. Not gonna let that drop.
So, any shouts for who's going to win the big game award, the big one of the night?
Elden Ring DLC.
Fucking Elden Ring.
Stupid reason.
The fact that they've put it in there. The fact that they've put it in there means Elden Ring will get it.
Because it's gonna win.
If it's not Elden Ring, I think maybe Black Myth Wukong might get it.
That's my shout.
That should win. That should win, in my opinion, because it came out of nowhere. It's not a sequel. It's an indie game.
Fucking gorgeous indie game.
Yeah, it'd be nice. And Bellatrix, obviously, it'd be nice to see an underdog win it, but Elden Ring's gonna win it because it's stupid. And I love that DLC. I adored it. It's a 10 out of 10, but stupid.
It still amazes me they changed the rule for it just so they could have Elden Ring in there, because I don't think there's any other DLCs that are up for any major awards.
Nope. None.
Did Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty get anything like that?
Nope.
No.
No, it got best ongoing game, I think, because... Which
There was
makes
no
no
other
sense
category for
because
it.
I think it was updated so many times as like it might as well be a live service game at this point.
I mean, without that, it wouldn't have been a good game. I don't think that all the improvements that they did still would have been that shite. It'd have to be brilliant.
The version 2.0 of Cyberpunk is fucking incredible.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll wake up to, I don't know, someone saying, "Oh, you were right. Elden Ring did win." Yeah, obviously that's why they put it in there. It's the biggest shoe in gaming history. If it doesn't, that'd be so. If he doesn't know, that would be so odd. Why was it included?
Because it's been a slow year for games, and they maybe didn't want to put a Yakuza game in there.
I don't think it has been a slow year. I think it's been loads.
It's been a slow year for AAA. Like, there's been a load of great indies.
Yeah. Fuck AAA. Bored of them anyway.
Like,
We'll definitely not get any Dragon Quest announcements.
No.
Because it's not. They never get shown that. It's a Tokyo Game Show thing, that, isn't it?
Or the PlayStation. It was the PlayStation thing when 12 was announced.
They like to put it on there, don't they? So, yeah, I'm just looking for Resident Evil 9. Oh, look. It looks super cool. It looked great in the RE engine. It'll be zooming around. It'll be like, whoa, this looks fucking incredible. And then it'll be Code Veronica remake. We're like, no.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind a Code Veronica remake because it's the only one I've
game that works.
Well, it's the only one I've not finished because I got soft locked in the fucking playing and I didn't want to do the entire fucking game again.
Yeah, it's fucking broken as fuck, that game.
So if they can like make it and fix it and make Steve not an annoying cunt, then yeah.
What if they do the new Resident Evil game? Resident Evil Dead Aim remake.
No.
Dead Aim.
Exclusively for the Switch, you've got to use the Joy-Cons like a Wiimote.
As they're popular now, you can have a Resident Evil Tactics game, couldn't you? They seem to be the norm at the minute. That would kind of work.
I'd be fucking all over that, actually. That'd be great.
There is one. Well, it's not particularly. It's a Capcom. It's called Project X Zone, Cross Zone. That's got all the Resident Evil characters in it. It looks like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And yeah, Chris Redfield and all his mates are in there and stuff. Leon's in there. Dante's in there from Devil May Cry and some Monster Hunter people.
What was that released on?
DS.
DS. I think there might have been I'm not sure. There's something else. It might have come out on something else. Project. There's two of them. There's two.
Oh, yeah, it just looks like Fire Emblem, doesn't it?
It's Fire Emblem, but with Capcom things, people. Come on, guys. Must be gamers. Should know this shit. Anyway, next.
Well, speaking of disappointments, Nintendo no longer publicly launching £99 Alarmo clock in Japan this January.
What? I thought they already brought it out.
Well, no, it's been available for several months over here in Europe and America, but only to Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. In Japan, popularity of the product and the lack of stock meant Nintendo had to open a lottery for subscribers to get a chance to obtain one.
Fuck off. No one wants that shit.
A wider launch for Alarmo had been set for January worldwide, but Nintendo has now said this won't happen, at least in Japan.
What the fuck?
Bollocks.
It's a fucking alarm clock.
I literally use an alarm clock. It's a radio one because I don't like to have my phone next to my bed when I go to bed because I'd never get off it. That goes downstairs. So I'd never replace waking up to Planet Rock, by the way. That's what I wake up to.
Groovy.
I'd never replace that with Nintendo songs and Nintendo sounds. What the fuck? Loser. My wife would leave me if I bought that.
If somebody suddenly shouted in the middle of the morning, "It's a me!" I'd probably punch my wife in the face, not realising it's the alarm clock. I'd be like, what the hell's that?
She'd leave me. She'd be like, I'm not having that, you big fucking nerd.
No one wants to be woken up for work on a rainy Monday morning with, wahoo, it's a time to get up.
Yeah, or a fucking Splatoon. Fuck off. Oh. Stupid idea, Nintendo. Stupid idea. And the Japanese are probably like, we don't need alarm clocks. We get up precisely when we mean to because we're efficient.
Also,
we get up at 5 a.m. every morning without fail.
Also, who spends £99 on an alarm clock, for fuck's sake?
Mine cost £7 at Argos about fucking 15 years ago.
Has it got a proper to wake you up?
No, it wakes up to Planet Rock.
Planet Rock. Planet Rock.
Well, it's got a very chilled hip-hop instrumental that comes on. Wakes me up nicely. It's great.
Oh, do you have it on your phone? Do you sleep near your phone next to you?
Yeah, because it's on... you do not disturb, so it doesn't go off unless there's an alarm. It's great.
I spend too much time with phones during the week and I can't be anywhere near them. I'm going to bed.
Fair enough.
Frustrating. It's like if you worked in a chippy, you probably wouldn't eat chips anymore. You'd be bored, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd get fed up. But yeah, fuck that. I like my alarm clock. What is it? Philips alarm clock.
Well, give it back to Philip. He might need it.
No, Philip can fuck off.
He's been late for years now.
Fuck Philip. It's mine now.
Lost loads of jobs because of it.
Yeah, man. Next.
Well, former Blizzard boss has blasted Marvel Rivals' similarity to Overwatch. In a now deleted tweet that was posted this week, Ybarra called NetEase Games' free-to-play team-based PvP shooter Overwatch Marvel Rivals, adding that much like Tencent's Light of Motrium that we talked about last week, is a clear copy of Horizon Zero Dawn. Marvel Rivals clearly took inspiration from Blizzard's own team-based PvP shooter Overwatch. I mean, even the character name Widowmaker in Overwatch versus Black Widow in Marvel Rivals, lol, NetEase, Tencent, all the same. But before he could delete the post, a community note appended to the tweet said, Natasha Romanoff, also known as Black Widow, is a popular Marvel hero who made her comic debut in 1964, more than 50 years before Overwatch and Widowmaker were created.
Mm-hmm. Fucking hell.
These are facts.
So Mike Ybarra is a well-known arsehole. He's just an idiot. He's trying.
Well, of course he is. He works for Blizzard.
Well, he used to work for Blizzard. I don't think he still does there.
Does anyone?
He's trying to say that Marvel Rivals ripped off Overwatch is kind of rich when Overwatch ripped off Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
Very little is original these days.
Team Fortress 2 was the first of that kind I ever saw. That's like the daddy of that hero shooter thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I never saw anything before that. And I was like, whoa, what's this? I'll never play it.
Because the original Team Fortress wasn't like that. That was more just a PvP
like
team
a
game.
match. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas with Team Fortress 2, they created the idea of these individual heroes. They all have their unique loadouts and their unique abilities.
Yeah, pros and cons.
And people synergize together. And Overwatch took that concept and made it really fucking popular. Fair play to them. Marvel Rivals...
Overwatch 2 wasn't that popular though, was it?
Well, no, but it's trucking along. Whereas Marvel Rivals has blown up out of nowhere. It's had something like 400,000 people on Steam in the last couple of days.
So that's why they're moaning.
Yeah, that's why he's moaning. But
there's been loads of the Overwatch type games, hasn't there, since?
There's been there's been a few, because there was like Paladins, there's Valorant,
but
which
they
is
don't
very
last
similar.
though.
Well, Valorant,
because they don't pop, people don't give a fuck, do they?
Well, Valorant has lasted because it got the League of Legends crowd into it,
and it's an esports game as well, that isn't it?
Yeah, Paladins was around for about 8 years before it got shut down, so it did well.
For one of them.
The finals is kind of another one. Yeah, that's doing the business.
Bit more of a shooter, but you do have to work together as a team.
Yeah.
To make your objectives like that.
And then, of course, there was Concord.
Concord did well.
It did
really well.
So well.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like...
I've not stopped playing Concord since I bought it.
What does a borrower want? Like, you've got 2 characters with Widow in their name. Fuck off.
Is there a Wolverine in Overwatch?
No. There's like...
Is there an Iron Man?
No, I don't think so.
There you go. There's no big gorilla thing in Marvel, is there?
There's the Hulk. Like
it's not gorilla.
No,
How
but functional, the way you would play them is pretty similar.
Yeah, a tank.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh well, I just think it's pathetic.
It is absolutely. And again,
let them have a slice at cake for a bit.
Yeah, Mike Ibarra is just a shit. Always has.
I can't believe people are still using Twitter and that says a lot about him.
I know. Get on Blue Sky.
No, don't.
Why?
It's happy. It's safe.
It's nice.
We don't want those people on there.
Made friends on there. I'm talking to the Pixel guys all the time.
Exactly. It's a good, nice place.
Lovely boys.
Next.
More free-to-play shenanigans. Ubisoft's X-Defiant will now be shutting down in June 2025.
No, not X-Defiant.
The news was mentioned in an internal all-hands meeting this week. Decision was made due to poor player numbers and a lack of player spending, according to sources familiar with the decision to sunset the game. It's understood that layoffs would impact a significant number of employees at the San Francisco studio and supporting studios, with some staff already receiving severance information.
That was my favourite one.
You actually played it, didn't you, Biggie X-Defiant?
It was absolutely fine. Did it blow me away?
He plays them all, that fucking lunatic.
No, I tried the odd one out because somebody will say, "Oh, this is supposed to be really good. Let's go and have a bash at it." It's free, so
I remember you saying you tried it because last year's COD was a damp squib.
Yeah. And it was perfectly functional, but
It
did it have
wasn't
enough
that
to keep me
defiant,
going
was
back
it,
to
in
it?
the
No.
end?
No. And did I want to spend money on it? No.
Yeah.
Well, you're part of the problem. Poor Ubisoft.
Season 3 will be the last entire season.
No!
The Skeleton Crew maintaining the title until June 2025. According to Mark Rubin, who gave an announcement to confirm that it had been shutting down, he gave an interesting statement partway through. He said, free-to-play in particular is a long journey. Many free-to-play games take a long time to find their footing and become profitable. It's a long journey that Ubisoft and the teams working on the game were prepared to make until very recently. Unfortunately, the journey became too much to sensibly continue. That is pretty much the same for all of them, surely.
No, I think this is because Ubisoft's had a really fucking bad year. I think if like Star Wars Outlaws and had done well and like they'd released Assassin's Creed on time, I think they probably would have kept this going as a loss leader, because they could have kept kind of.
I bet their KPIs are not in the green this year.
Yeah, but I also think that if you look at Concord, you look at X-Defiant, you look at another one that we're about to talk about, Concord.
What? I can't stand another one. I can't handle this.
But it just seems like unless you're onto something with the winning formula. What that is, that pot of gold, I don't know.
Fortnite.
All the other investment for these games, the time, like Gadget mentioned on his lovely YouTube channel, must I say. He was talking about developers and the effort that they put into making these games. There's a lot of people work on these, but it's really sad that they just fall by the wayside. And obviously time is key because they weren't willing, as you say, to keep this going.
Yeah.
Next.
Foam Stars support ends in January.
No! No, another one!
And Square Enix drops the live service shooter. The game's final season, ironically called The Party Goes On.
I like Foam Stars.
You did like it. You played the beta, didn't you?
Yes, it was fun. And I never played it again.
You're part of the problem, Oodles.
Yeah, you're the problem, not me.
Foam Stars.
But it will still be going. It went free to play back in October. They're going to keep it going, just not supporting it. So at some point, it will just be shut down eventually.
No! I can't handle this. What's happening to the games industry? All my favourite games are shutting down.
No, what are you going to do without Foam Stars, Oodles?
I don't know. An X-Defiant. Oh my god. What am I going to say to the crew, my teammates?
What's the name of your clan?
The big boys. I don't know. I weren't prepared for that question.
Clearly.
Oh no, not my clan, not the big boys.
You didn't come across the Biggie Bundlers when you were playing?
They were our rivals.
Like West Side Story every time you loaded a game up.
We were just clicking at each other. That's probably why the game's shutting down. We weren't playing.
Trying to comb my hair coolly.
Oh, Foam Stars, X-Defiant. We barely knew ye. Gone to Valhalla with Concord. It's a sad loss for all gamers. Next.
Bit of positivity. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered had its launch trailer this week. Did you watch it?
It looks good.
No.
I think it's out this week, isn't it?
I saw the reveal trailer. That's enough, isn't it? I know what the game is. It's out on 10th, I think.
Yeah, I'm just having a look on Steam. Yeah, 10th. Yeah, this week.
God, I knew something.
You knew something. It's out Tuesday. Be out by the time they're listening to this. Oodles have finished it twice over.
Day one.
They're not on games.
Are you day one in it, or are you just going to wait?
I've got no money, mate. I'd love to. I absolutely want it, but
well, at least
I'll play it on the I'll play the originals on the Mew Mini.
It's only going to be £25 though, so that's not bad.
Yeah, 2 games. Yeah,
I could skip the midweek Aldi shop, couldn't I? And buy that.
Not like you eat food anyway.
No, I'm on about for kids. Fuck them. They can go hunt.
Go hunt on the mean streets of Pontefract.
Yeah, easy, mate. There's loads of fucking food out there. But yeah, I'd love it, but I've got no money. None.
No feeling.
None, zero. You know how I'm feeling, brother. None. Together, me and you could own the night. We could go out, work the nights, the night shift, make some dough. Come on.
Yeah.
You've got a wig, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure there'll be many takers with that wig, especially the state that it's probably in now.
Was that your cloud wig?
Yeah, it's Karen wig, Cloud Karen. Come on.
Bless.
You'd be like, all right, let's have a look at your Buster Sword.
Why are you so moody? Oh, I can't remember my past.
Oh. Yeah. Get in the fucking car, love. All right.
You up for making some new memories tonight, love?
I can see, imagine a curve crawler rolling out window and Biggie looks in, all right. Oi, oi, oi. What a blowjob. What a nosh. And how much, love? $24.99, please, for the Soul Reaver collection. Get in.
I'll take a
You
Steam
take PSN
code.
credit? I do.
I do take the PSN credit. Knowing you, mate, you'd have a chip and pin machine. I'll take less.
Do you take Game Pass subscriptions? Jog on.
Get away, scumbag. Do you think I am a hussy?
Next.
Next. Look, let us live as fantasy gadget of me and Biggie being women of the night.
I don't think it's a fantasy at this point.
It's not.
Yeah, hurry up. I've got to get out tonight.
Yeah, come on. Let's crack on. Next.
Foam Stars support ends in January as Square Enix drops.
No!
You read that one.
I know.
That's the joke.
In joke.
It's because we all reported it in our Biggie breaking news group
We did,
4
yeah.
times. We were so excited. Next.
The Witcher 3 card game, Gwent, is finally getting a physical release.
Ooh.
Gwent, the card game from The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's been almost 10 years since the release of the video game, which has spawned a couple of spin-off card games in The Witcher Thronebreaker and mobile app Gwent. But only now is a physical reproduction of the game being created. It will come with over 400 cards and a playmat to replicate the full experience from The Witcher 3, and will have a variant rule sets and the casual play to tournament rules. And it will cost you 45 coins.
Decent.
Not bad.
I'll get that.
Florins.
You won't beat my Northern Realms deck, mate. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, probably
I'm
not.
good at-
But
I'm good at Gwent.
More on Gwent later.
I'm really good at Gwent. I'd actually say I'm probably the best person of Gwent in my village. Probably. Probably the only person who's ever played it.
I was going to say,
Yeah. King of Gwent, some have called me. I've walked into the pub and they've gone, oh yeah, he's here. King of Gwent.
wind's
Gwent
howling.
King. The wind's howling.
Ah, it's
Lilac and
Gwentolyn.
gooseberries. It's Gwentolyn. Yeah. Cool, that's cool. 45 bones is alright, isn't it?
Yeah. 400 cards, aye?
Yeah. How much is a deck of playing cards now? It's probably a tenner.
Aye,
You're going to get
probably.
52.
Well, I think how much you
You know
pay
what I
for
mean?
like Magic the Gathering cards or Pokemon cards and stuff like that.
I've no
Oh, I
idea.
forgot to say, the set is being created by Hatchet Board Games UK and a new publisher, No Loading Games, which is focused
So it's
on bringing
coming-
licensed brands.
It's coming as a board game style thing, not a collectible then.
Yeah.
So you get
And
all the cards.
Asterix is also
yeah.
set, planned for next year.
Yeah, you're not going to have to
Asterisk.
buy booster packs.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Just a one and done. Let's have a game of Gwent.
Yeah.
Gwent's very easy to learn.
But very difficult
very-
to master.
It is hard to
'Cause I-
master, to really gain your strategy.
Thronebreaker was fucking hard at times.
Worth it though if you like The Witcher's story, because the story's really good in that.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, I quite like
The
it.
ending's really good. It leads on. So, yeah. It's the link between that and Witcher 4, people are saying. Can see it. Can see it. Cool. Next.
Foam Star support ends in January as
No! Not Foam Stars again. Oh, I can't handle this.
moving on. Sorry. Next, film and TV.
Foam Stars, the TV show, has been cancelled.
Disney's Moana 2 sales to record-breaking $386 million opening at the global box office. Having released stateside just in time for Thanksgiving, it's found its way into cinemas worldwide on Friday. And David G. Derrick Jr., Jason Hand, and Dana Ledoux Miller's animated sequel was sold to the eye-watering figure, opening at the global box office with $221 million of the above figure coming from domestic ticket sales alone. It's already outstripped Frozen 2 to become Disney's highest ever animation opening at the box office, taking almost as much in 5 days as the original took in its entire US theatrical run.
Fair enough. Good for
Oh,
them.
so it's the cartoon sequel, not that remake they're doing.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
more on
got
that later.
Oh, fucking hell. Is that where Stig is then? Is he have to see Moana too?
I think he's already seen it.
Fucking hell.
Cinema guy and all that.
Moana 2, it's time to go to other islands. Moana 2. That's one of the official songs.
Apparently so.
Hey, it's brave of them going up against Wicked, isn't it?
Yeah. They're both doing really well, apparently. Cinema is back, baby.
It's back. It's back. It's back, baby. Nosferatu soon. Oh.
It's getting good scores as well at Nosferatu.
I know it is. I know it is. Next.
Have you seen the Snow White trailer?
No.
No, because Gal Gadot's in it, so I'm not bothering.
It's the live action one. With Rachel Zegler's Disney princess facing Gal Gadot's evil queen. It's the new Disney feature directed by the Amazing Spider-Man's Mark Webb. I saw the trailer and I thought the doors looked shit.
You can't say that anymore. You can't say that nowadays, pal. You just can't say
Yes,
that. That's
they are obviously
ableist of you.
Well, not obviously, because they could have done this any way they wanted, but they are CGI, and I just
have a
think they
look.
look real enough. They didn't look right.
They didn't look real.
Oh. Just wasn't. Takes you out of it for me.
Who gives a fuck about Snow White, man? It's a crap film.
Oh yeah, but my daughter will probably want.
I like Hi Ho. I like that song.
Why? Because you're a hi-ho.
No, I just think it's a good song. It's a catchy bop.
Where's these fucking dwarves then? Let's have a look.
I still can't believe Gal Gadot, much to I don't agree with her.
Oh, Jesus
and her
Christ,
politics,
they look terrible.
I just can't believe she's jealous of anyone else in the land of beauty.
Well, that was always the thing with Snow White and the Huntsman. It's like, Kristen Stewart's a fine-looking woman, but in what way is she
Charlize Theron.
What way is she fairer than Charlize Theron?
It's baffling.
Yeah, those dwarves look fucking weird.
And they're like Pixar-looking dwarfs.
Yeah, like they've got like the cartoony facial features,
big noses and stuff.
Yeah,
the eyes don't look real enough. So you just
eyes don't look real enough.
Yes, but there is the scene where Dopey gets the diamonds in his eyes. You can't do that with a real dwarf.
True.
Next.
This is a weird one. I just put this in because I was quite surprised why they did this. Hans Zimmer's score for Dune 2 has been officially disqualified from the Oscars. And it's also not eligible for other awards ceremonies like the BAFTAs.
Because
I didn't get a chance to find out why.
Because it's not changed.
Yeah, because he reused quite a lot from the first film. Because
there's not enough different.
It's a continuing soundtrack, so
okay.
There has to be so.
Was John Williams allowed to do that when he did Star Wars?
Well, Star Wars, it was only kind of a couple of themes. Like each film had very different soundtracks. Anyway, whereas like a lot of Dune 2 soundtrack follows on from the first film because
it is.
It's the first
second
film.
half of the
second half of the first film. So it's like there's no real change or evolution.
It'd be weird if they just went right new soundtrack. Let's go.
There's only like a handful of new themes for like some of the Harkonnens and for the Emperor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was going to say in Dune the soundtrack didn't really stand out anyway.
What? The soundtrack's incredible.
No, I think it's fine. You know, you've got the desert
sort
of but that's all been done before. That wasn't new.
Yeah, Lawrence of Arabia. It's a bit.
Well, it was serviceable, but I wouldn't say it was memorable.
Yeah, I'm not walking around streets humming it. You know what I mean? I'm not got it on my Spotify playlist. Have you, Gadget?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've got Interstellar on my playlist. That's got a good soundtrack.
It's just bah.
Yeah. Which one would you rather have?
The least atonal one?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Hans Zimmer gives a fuck, mate. He's the most prestigious fucking composer alive today. He does not give a fuck, I bet. It's his fans that are probably kicking off more.
Probably, yeah.
He's like, mate, I've got so many awards in my house. I can't. I've got no.
Are they called Hans fans or Zimmers?
Zimmer frames.
Yeah. Zimmer Rimmers.
Zimmer Rimmers.
I don't know, but I bet he's not losing sleep.
No, I'm sure.
And I am a big fan of his. Next.
Can't even get to sleep with people going, oh, yeah, every time sand appears.
Next.
Well, speaking of Spotify playlists, Iron Maiden drummer Nico McBrain announces retirement from touring.
He is 500 years old.
Yeah,
he has been touring with the Maiden for the last 40 years.
The combined age of Iron Maiden is about 8,000.
Sadly, he's been dealing with health issues in recent years, including suffering a stroke in 2023. paralysed the right side of his body and threatened his drumming career. However, after extensive therapy, he's largely able to recover enough to join the group on their last tour, which concludes in Brazil.
They love them in South America, don't they?
Oh, they do. They go absolutely fucking mental.
They live for Iron Maiden over there. They have like world record breaking outside concerts for Iron Maiden over there.
Well, what was it when they did the 2001 Rock and Rio, the one they did the live album for?
Yeah.
Was there something like 250,000 people there?
250,000 people to see.
Absolutely obscene. Like, I remember seeing the videos from it, like when they did them on Kerrang.
It looks unreal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like the camera pans out to like the people at the back of the crowd, like you can't see the stage, even with the big screens. You can't see it.
It looks
you
like
can't
the
see
whole
fucking
country's
screens.
there. It's insane.
Insane.
I don't know
really
if it has
broke
broke
really
records,
good
but I
live
reckon
album.
it's close. It's a good. I like Iron Maiden, but I've seen them 4 times. I think I've no real reason to ever see them again.
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times, and I've I've seen them play all the songs I want to see them play. Their newer music I don't really care that much for. I just want like the classic 80s, 90s stuff.
Mm.
And
I'm there 8 miles away. Can I play with magic?
Madness.
Madness, that's the one. That's the one. But yeah, I've got no. Do you know when you've seen the legends that you want to see?
Yeah.
Like I've seen Black Sabbath, I've seen Ozzy, I've seen Motley Crue, I've seen Guns N' Roses. I've no reason to want to see these things anymore because I feel like they get worse. I know Bruce Dickinson's still got some pipes on him.
I think me, you, and Candy should go see a current day Motley Crue gig and sit in the back and get drunk and laugh. But
have you heard Vince Neil singing?
Yeah, that's it.
Girls, girls, girls. Yeah, it was like, hit the heart. He just gets knackered all the time, doesn't he?
I will say, if you haven't seen Iron Maiden before, do go see them because there is something quite special about being in the audience when Fear of the Dark are playing. Fear of the Dark is incredible live because it's like everyone's singing all the guitar parts and it's just wonderful.
Do they still do the big Eddie reveal?
Oh, yeah. They've always got some form.
Sometimes they attack him and kill him.
Yeah. Usually during the Trooper, because like Brucey will get like a pyrotechnics gun and shoot
because
him.
It gets him. It's fucking good. Yeah,
they do put on a really good show. And
they do.
I feel there's part of me feels bad for Nico McBrain, but also I think maybe that should be the impetus for them to go, yeah, we're all in our 70s now. Let's retire.
We're all millionaires.
We're all multi-millionaires.
Yeah, Bruce Dickinson has his own plane.
Yeah,
he's all right, and he flies the fucker.
Yeah, he does.
So he doesn't have to pay for a pilot either, does he? Smart man.
No,
smart man.
Double wage, singer and pilot.
Double wage. Yeah, see him if you've not seen him. I think you should always see the legends of your life and your music before you die. Like before they died, because I'm glad I saw Prince a few years later. Gone. You know what I mean? You should definitely do it. Definitely do it. Next.
Foam Star support ends in January.
No way. Not again.
The audience isn't going to get this bit, are they?
Not for them.
It's for Biggie.
Over to World of Books. 13 years late, George R.R. Martin admits he may never finish Winds of Winter. When asked about the current status, he has said in every interview, Martin has had this to say: unfortunately, I am 13 years late. And every time I say that, I'm like, how can I be 13 years late? I don't know. It happens a day at a time. But there is still a priority. A lot of people are already writing obituaries for me. They're saying, oh, he'll never be finished. Maybe they're right. I don't know. I'm alive right now. I seem pretty vital. There is speculation about Martin's health at 76. And if The Winds of Winter released tomorrow, which of course it won't, another 13-year gap would put him at 89 for the final book in the series.
I thought it was supposed to be 2 books. Spring.
Mm.
I think it's the length of 2 books. He said it was like 1,500 pages.
Yeah, and he's on page 3.
The note from Stig here as well.
Yeah.
Says, you're late because you keep doing too many fucking side quests. Mainline it, George. Sack off the side projects. Do not leave us with season 8 as the only ending to the series.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I think
He's scared. He doesn't know how to end it.
The fans of and Stig said this as well to me as well. And I think the ending that the showrunners got for the show is his ending, and he's seen the backlash, and now he's like, oh shit, he's up against the wall. Like, what could be tangible to write about? I just think he doesn't know. I think that's.
Hear me out. I don't think the ending is as bad as everybody makes out. Just in the context of the fact that it happened so quickly, the change.
Yeah,
I think it had been drawn out and written better.
Everyone says the same. It's not that it's unbelievable. It's just
it needed to happen over 2
pace.
Seasons.
Yeah,
the pace was too
and I think
abrupt.
The ending to 2 main characters, the way they both went out, I just thought was pretty piss poor.
And the fact that she found out she was his auntie and she still carried on shagging him. Problematic.
I mean, that happens in that universe all the time.
Yeah, there's brother and sisters in love, isn't there? Oh, God.
I think part of the problem as well, it's less the side quest. Like Martin said a few times that he'll like go back and reread stuff he's written, and he's like he's not happy with it, so he writes it. So it's like he's never working in a linear fashion. Like he's not done what most writers do, which is write the book start to finish and then go back and recheck stuff.
Yeah, he's not from the Stephen King school of thought where it's like just get 2,000 words done every day, regardless.
Take a load of cocaine, bash out 2 books in a weekend, sorted.
Yeah. How many books has Stephen King done since the last Game of Thrones book? That's an interesting. Because he slowed down a lot, Stephen King, but he used to bring out about 3 a year, didn't he?
Yeah. Hang on, let's have a look at his bibliography. So if he says he's 13 years late, when was 13 years? It was 2011, yeah?
Yep.
Right, so 2011, Stephen King had 1 book, which was 11/22/63. Good, big book.
Great book.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He's 17, he's got 1 coming out next year, so that'll be 18.
Wow.
Because to me, he's one of the only authors on par with him for fame.
Yeah, and this
and The Flash.
And this is Stephen King slowed down. This is like there was some years back in the 80s where it was 1987 he did Dark Tower 2, Misery, and the Tommyknockers all in 1 year.
They're huge books. Fucking hell!
He did the
smoke coming out of that typewriter.
He did the whole of It in 1986, which is a massive book.
It's a tome.
1983 was Christine, Pet Sematary, and Cycle of the Werewolf.
That's what I mean. That's how you knock them out, George Martin.
They weren't all good books, but yeah.
No, but it doesn't matter. They all fucking sold.
They did.
So, he's probably slowed down now, Stephen King, because he knows people read reviews online, so he's got to be a bit more
Jesus Christ,
self-conscious.
1996 was...
He's probably writing his own reviews.
1996 was 3 massive books for King. Green Mile, Desperation, and Regulators. The shortest of those books is 480 pages.
This is what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
No excuses, Martin. No excuses.
Get it done, man. Just fucking sit yourself down.
You get these lads and lass authors that do these chuffing crime series where they've got 18 novels and they've done them in 3 years. There's loads.
What about
those that they used to give away with newspapers?
Yeah, what about James Patterson? James Patterson writes so many books.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're fucking knocking out a book every week.
I couldn't wait for the next Alex Cross novel at one point.
That's what I'm saying. There's hundreds.
I'm curious now. Where's James Patterson's bibliography?
Welcome to Book
Alex Cross must be in its 40s, 50s by now.
That's what I'm saying, mate.
Just that alone.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex Cross has 31 books.
Ah, there you go.
The last book was last year, which was Crossed Down, which I think it might be the one where he kills him off.
Because everyone was kicking off, weren't they, that killed him off?
Yeah. There's 25 books in the Women's Murder Club series.
This is what I mean. And they're big novels. They're not small.
16 books in the Michael Bennett series. The man doesn't stop writing. Although I do think he might actually just pay people to write his books.
Do you think it's a ghostwriting situation at that point?
It has to be the amount that he puts out. This is novellas as well, so many of them.
How does that work? Surely that is. I assume it's been going on for a long time, but surely that is a bit of a piss take as well. If you're a fan of the novels and you've got somebody else actually writing it,
because they'll study his
game,
writing and they're writing his style. It happens a lot. And you get it all the time. And sometimes authors do that many books, including Stephen King. They write under a pen name, don't they? It happens all the time because it's like, this is one of my books, but it's not like what you'd expect, so I'm doing it in a different name.
Yeah, I'm not into books these days, so I have heard of ghostwriting before, but I don't really read books anymore, so it's just kind of, I'm out of the game.
I'm currently writing The Winds of Winter for a bloke.
It works, shiny.
Yeah.
What about you, Gadget? Have you thought about writing another novel?
I've got loads of ideas, I just never get the time to say, when do I have time for it? I've got 2 fucking podcasts to edit and a YouTube channel to do.
I know,
and artwork
hence my question.
And a dog to walk and a missus to appease. That's a full-time job in itself.
Exactly. I'd like to write another book. I just haven't found a story that I can visualize start to finish.
I can see it now, Gadget. Gadget's new book is a crypto crime thriller.
Oh, fuck off, no. No.
I can see it now.
No. Crypto Kenny takes Manhattan.
You've got to get
Crypto Kenny Caper.
No, you're not using my likeness without my permission.
It's already done.
Oh, no! Stolen from me. Next!
Sadly, over to the world of...
The world of deaths.
The world of deaths.
The world of people dying.
Not the best intro there, sorry. Sadly, Jim Abrahams, writer-director of Airplane, Naked Gun, Police Squad, and many more.
Loads.
Died at the age of 80 this week. Or last week, in fact, actually.
It's one of my childhood Lem films.
Yeah, massive fan.
Yeah, he did well making a career out of making piss-take films.
He did. They said it could
and I tell
never
you
be
what,
done.
nothing beats the actual Police Squad TV series, because
it's brilliant.
It's so fun. It's so quick. I mean, the films are fine, and they obviously the quality gets a bit worse as each sequel came out. But the actual Police Squad series, because they were like 20-minute, half-hour episodes, the jokes come thick and fast, and they pretty much all hit.
Well, it's also because like Dragnet was still so popular at the time as well, and
Dragnet's good as well.
Yeah, but Dragnet took itself so seriously.
Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah, it was good though.
It's a very famous gif, but it's that one where a guy sits behind his desk and Frank Drebin walks in. He goes, "Who are you? How'd you get in here?" And he goes, "I'm the locksmith," and I'm the locksmith.
I watched loads of that because they're all available on YouTube. I don't know how legal that is, but they're available. It's so fucking funny, man. It's so funny, and it's humor that you have to look at. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I think
you can watch the background, just the background. Something's happening in the background.
The big tall guy that appears in their office, and he looks up at it and he goes something like, "Al, you got something on the side of your mouth," and he's like, "No, the other side." And then half a banana drops off. It's the desk. It's just silly, stupid gags like that.
I think that's good stuff.
And I know it wasn't the best of the films, but Naked Gun 33 and a Third has my favourite visual gag of all time, which is because O.J. Simpson's character gets shot at the very beginning of it, and like on a boat, and like they go to investigate, and you see them walking past, and like the chalk outlines floating in the water.
Yeah,
and that sends me every fucking time.
I do like the famous one with the stairs and the women dropping the prams down the stairs and just trying to. Do I shoot this guy I'm supposed to shoot or arrest, or do I save these 4 women falling downstairs with babies in their arms? So fucking good, man. It's a sad loss.
The Hot Shots films as well. I like both of those.
I do.
Mostly because they were lampooning films I don't really like. 'Cause I don't really like Top Gun. I don't really like Platoon.
I fucking despise Top Gun. The first one's shite.
But like the way they send them up is absolutely fantastic. There's a great one in, because like you say, the bits I always remember are these kind of little moments in them, not like the big jokes. But I think it's in Hot Shots Part 2 where they're trying to like get into Saddam's compound, and there's like just a white picket fence that says it's locked, we can't get in, what do we do now, we're all gonna die.
It's Part 2. It's Part 2. Is that the one with the chicken bow and arrow as well?
Yeah.
And Top Secret, that a lot of people haven't
Secret's good.
seen. But that is amazing.
Yeah, Top
One of the best
Secret's good.
underwater bar brawl scenes you'll ever see.
Yes. And also nice to see Val Kilmer taking the piss out of himself a little bit with it as well.
Very much so.
It's
Very
just
much
it's all good fun, and it's innocent, isn't it? A lot of it's yes, there's some like not PC terms in these older films, but it's of the time, isn't it? Just enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, it's a sad loss, that, because he wrote some absolute bangers. They never fail to cheer you up, them kind of films. Ever.
Was it the first Naked Gun where you had the car chase with the learner driver?
Yes.
I just remember when he makes a full English breakfast on a steaming hot torso.
Oh, it's that's the first Hot Shots film. Yeah.
Is that Hot Shots?
Yeah, because they're doing the whole food sex thing, and then he just cracks an egg on her stomach, and it just starts to sizzle.
That's making breakfast. That's so good. It's so good.
An airplane, of course. The amount of memes and gags and quotes.
Don't call me
from
Shirley.
Airplane. Yeah.
So good. So good. Cool.
Picked a fine week to quit methamphetamines.
Big sad loss. Love to the family. Next.
Over to the weird World Web. Bitcoin miner sues over 600 million lost in tip.
What?
Man trying to recover a Bitcoin hard drive in a landfill site, which he says is now worth about 600 million, is seeking to bribe the council that's been claimed in court. Newport Council has asked a High Court judge to strike out a claim by James Howells, who is attempting to sue the local authority to gain access to the site or get 495 million in compensation. Council barrister James Gowdy KC said Mr. Howells offered to donate 10% of the Bitcoin to local community, was encouraging the council to play fast and loose by signing up for a share of the action.
This guy's a massive fucking dick. So the backstory is he threw away a computer recently.
His girlfriend or
his ex-girlfriend threw away the computer. And on it he had his Bitcoin wallet. And he had 10,000 Bitcoins on there or something stupid like that.
And it's gone up so
much. It's
much.
gone up so, like, one Bitcoin now is worth like £100,000. And he's been badgering out the council to let him go and look in the tip for like months. And they're like saying, no, one, it's not safe. Two, it's a massive fucking landfill site. You're never going to find the damn thing.
But I'd still look if it's worth that much.
I know you would. You'd fucking crawl through there with your fucking pants open to find it.
I'd use my Witcher senses to bring it out from.
Yeah, Batman sense.
But yeah, the guy's just being a dick by trying to sue the council for access to it. It's like, he asked, they
That's
said no.
bollocks.
It's a council site. It's not safe. And who the fuck is he going to pay to like excavate a site that's that massive to look for
and
one
what council
hard drive?
does he think's going to give him 400 million fucking
I was going to say, the
pounds?
fucking councils are going bankrupt these days.
They're stretched as it is. They're going to fucking disband.
Which council has 495 million
None
quid
of them.
spare?
Maybe London. That's it. And I don't even think that's a proper council, is it?
He's also not got anything to say that this is actually a real thing.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's stupid. Cryptocurrencies are stupid, aren't they?
Crypto people are idiots, man.
Yeah. He should sue the girlfriend that threw it away for like distress, not for that much money.
Oh yeah, so his phone partner erroneously dumped the hard drive containing a Bitcoin wallet in 2013. The thing's going to be fucking rotted and crushed.
Oh, it's not going to be there.
11-year-old hard drive in a fucking landfill site. How the hell is he going to find that?
Never. It's not there anymore, is it? It's disintegrated.
It's still disintegrated. Like I say, it's probably been crushed under like tons and tons of other rubbish on top of it.
Yeah. How long do land sites keep their rubbish there, though?
I don't know.
Because it's probably been...
It might have been. It might have been incinerated by now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By now, is it even fucking likely to be there? 13 years.
Or if someone on the site found the hard drive, they might have just taken it home and flashed it.
Yeah, could have done. Yeah, please format this to Insta. Yeah, I'll format this 400 million without realising.
Yeah. Do you wish to lose 600 million Bitcoin? Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
Just to be safe.
Fucking hell. Idiots. Right, is that the news?
No.
There's more?
Mother finds out husband named their daughter after a Batman character and kept it secret for 10 months. On TikTok, a woman named Via recently posted a video of herself spending time with her husband, Carson, and his family. In the clip, the family is seen watching television with text across the screen that reads, "My husband named our daughter after a Batman character. Didn't tell me until she was 10 months old. And this is how I find out." And then they're watching an episode of Batman, the animated series, which Via was told they watch every year. The family's playing a specific episode from the series featuring Mr. Freeze and his wife, Nora Fries.
Freeze.
She explained that when she heard the name Nora, she never associated it with the character. So my husband came up with the name Nora right when we found out she was a girl and loved the name. He never said where he heard it. I just thought it was a cool name. And then every other name he came up with had a movie reference or something dorky. So I was happy we found a normal name we both loved. And in the clip, they're watching it and then it suddenly drops as the name comes up on the screen.
I mean, it's a nice
name.
name.
Ironically, I love my daughter's name. I love my dorky husband, who apparently accidentally proposed on National Batman Day too.
Accidentally.
There's a pattern here.
Yes.
Man likes Batman. Heart of Ice is probably the best episode of that run. So he's picked a good one. You could have, I don't know, called her Gordon. Do you know what I mean? Nora's a name anyway. Nora exists. Nora Batty. Remember Nora Batty?
I remember Nora Batty.
It's a real name. It's not a fake, made-up fucking name.
Good solid Yorkshire name.
Yeah. It's fucking... That's not that daft. That's fine. They're just selling the story, aren't they? But there's another.
Yeah. Last one. Didn't get a chance to, talk about this one last week. Crypto entrepreneur eats banana artwork she bought for $6.2 million US.
What?
The Chinese-born cryptocurrency entrepreneur had followed through on his promise to eat the banana that he bought the other week. Justin Sun outbid 6 others to claim Maurizio Catalan's infamous 2019 work, Comedian, a banana duct taped to a wall at Sotheby's auction house in New York. He ate the fruit during a news conference in Hong Kong where he used the moment to draw parallels between the artwork and cryptocurrency. The banana is regularly replaced before exhibitions, with Mr. Sun buying the right to display the installation along with the guide on how to replace the fruit.
People are weird.
Yeah. Again, crypto people.
It's been eaten twice before, first by a performance artist in 2019 and again by a South Korean student in 2023, but neither paid any money to do so. And then he said at the press conference, eating at a press conference can also become part of the artwork's history. And then he said, it's much better than other bananas.
Art is weird, isn't it? Modern art. Can I just talk about that for a sec? Like, there's the Modern Art Museum in Leeds that's free. That's the only reason I went in and took a girl around. There was a mop and bucket in the centre of the fucking exhibit, and I thought cleaners just not moved it. That was the art. Mop and bucket. And then they have stuff they've put a brush in a dog's mouth.
Yeah, you replace the banana and duct tape on the wall at any point.
Not the same thing, is it?
You have the right to display it in a certain way, but at the end of the day, yeah, I just don't understand. I never have.
I know modern art's supposed to be the expression, blah, 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 but I think it'd have been more artistic to let the banana rot and see what happens. You know what I mean? That'd have been more expressive and still bollocks, mate. I wouldn't have paid a tenner for it. But I'm just saying, it's like I like classic art. You know, when a Van Gogh. Do you know what I mean? Something that you can just constantly look at.
But also people didn't like Van Goghs back in the day.
No, they didn't. They were like, this is too weird. It's devil art.
Yeah, so it's weird. In 300 years' time, someone might like this banana stuck to a wall with duct tape thing.
Yeah. But it won't be the real one. It's not the original.
The eye of the beholder. I get all that. I understand that, and I appreciate that. Like you say, everybody can see something different. But going back to Oodles' point about when you see the Sistine Chapel, or you see the quality of somebody's artistic skill, and then you say a banana it's taped to a wall, it's just like...
It took like 15 years to paint the Sistine Chapel. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Whereas Tracy Emin had an unmade bed. Won the Turner Prize for it.
The best modern art thing I've ever seen is when that Banksy one where it got shredded.
That was fun. That's
just brilliant because Banksy didn't give a fuck, and no one knows who that is anyway. It could be a group of people, but That's just funny.
Biggie is Banksy.
But that was an art stunt rather than an art piece, wasn't it?
Well, no, because he was converting one piece to another piece.
Yeah, and I bet they've kept it in that bloody shredder, haven't they?
Probably
bought it. It's just I know they might love it in 100 years' time, but I prefer an actual painting that someone's done. Actual art, not a banana taped to a fucking wall. It's stupid. I might do it. I might put a fucking bag of Monster Munch taped to a wall and go, here we go. Monster Munch.
I'll be waiting for you to put it out there and I'd start eating it straight away.
No, because it's hermetically sealed, Monster Munch.
Oh, hang on. Which flavour are you putting out first?
Pickled onion.
I don't mind it, but if it's flaming hot, I'll be in there.
Be all up in there. Would you buy it for 10 million?
Quite tempted.
When you could buy a multi-pack for £1.50.
Yeah.
Right. Enough of this artist nonsense. Hey, imagine though. Imagine if podcasts become art in 100 years and listen to this beautiful piece from Modern Escapism. This episode, there was just 3 lads on and they were just winging it all the way through it. It's beautiful. It's like the folly of man. That's what we like.
There's the episode title, Folly of Man.
And it was like, fucking hell, they were pioneers before the time. And they were like, yeah, did you ever hear about the host who tragically died not long after that episode? That kind of stuff. It might be art. This might be art in the future. Digital art. Anyway, let's move on. NFT.
Turn each episode into an NFT, so we have 215 episodes to sell.
Can you do that?
No.
Oh, it's a shame. Right, what have we been up to this week? Gadget, what have you been doing, brother man?
It's been another one of those weeks where I've done a few little things. First of all, I want to say Pip started watching that Rivals TV show you talked about a couple of weeks ago, Oodles.
Yeah, I've watched that too.
What a load of fucking bollocks shit that was.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely dreadful. What the fuck? You fucking talked about, it's great, it's people bunking all the time. It is. No, it's shit.
I am in Oodles' camp on this one because it is actually... It is camp. It's a camp TV show, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
No. It knows exactly what it is.
Oh,
yep.
God, it was painful. I wasn't even watching it. I was doing stuff in the background. I was hearing the dialogue. It was fucking painful.
He just don't get it, does he, Biggie?
No.
I get that Jilly Cooper's a shit writer.
Yeah, she is, but this show's just fucking brilliant. I bet Pip likes it, doesn't she?
And the
she liked it and hated it.
Yeah, I liked it and hated it at the same time.
Yeah.
But to explain this to me, Oodles, are we supposed to feel good that the 37-year-old man is chasing around a 20-year-old girl?
No.
So why is that the crescendo of the show?
I don't know.
Because
that's
it's
the
forbidden
thing,
love, isn't it?
It's forbidden. Yeah, it's plucking the forbidden fruit.
They can't help each other, Gadget.
It's problematic.
It's the
problematic.
It's very problematic. The whole show's problematic.
Will they? Won't they?
How good is Danny Dyer in it?
I've not seen more convincing dialogue in porn. Nah.
Well,
not having it. Utter bollocks.
Think he's a snob. Biggie, you're right.
Pip's coming
right,
here,
isn't it?
Yeah, Pip fancies Danny Dyer in it.
Told you. I told you. Danny Dyer's great in it.
Shite. Load of shite.
I'd feed that man sausage rolls.
Apparently she'd feed that man sausage rolls.
Yeah, so would I. He's
fucking
brilliant in it. He's brilliant in it.
Nah, not having it. Not having it. Anyway.
You're just a curmudgeon.
Yes, but I also like good TV.
No, you don't.
I do.
It's a so bad it's good kind of thing with that.
No. It's so bad it's bad.
Junk food, isn't it, Biggie? Junk food.
Yeah. Yep.
Nah, junk food's enjoyable.
It's like getting a 4-pack of Yum Yums from Greg's for your eyes.
No, because Yum Yums are good. This wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No.
And all the critics agree with me and Biggie.
Yep.
Nah, the critics can get off. Fuck off. Anyway, grow up. Lot of years. Anyway.
Oi. So Danny Dyer fans.
Yeah, he's your brother, Danny Dyer, Biggie.
Yeah,
he's your brother from the
South.
Anyway, yeah, what else we watched? We watched... so, do you remember I talked about a show on Netflix a little while ago called Physical 100? Where it was like this Korean physical,
sexy people.
Yeah, but it was like dubbed in a really campy American way.
Yeah, look at him; he's like a god.
Yeah, there's a cooking version of it.
Look at him; he's
my
cooking
goodness.
like a god.
It's what's it? It's color. Fuck's sake, I can't remember the title because it's a really stupid title. Netflix. It's Culinary Class Wars.
You know, I like a bit of classism.
Yeah, where it's like 80 professional chefs. They are chefs. Versus 20 Michelin-starred chefs.
Please tell me there's a Korean Greg Wallace on there as well.
No, neither of the hosts appear to be problematic. But it is like two guys reviewing all the food. But so they do the thing. So they've got these 80 professionals and then these 20 legends. The first kind of 4 episodes are whittling down that 80 down to 20. So they're all having to cook. They've all got like 100 minutes to cook the two judges something, and they're just being fucking. They're just being fucking brutal. They just walk up, like they taste it, and just simply say, "You're eliminated, and you're off." And that's it. No second chances.
I'd throat bowl at them.
I don't mean this to come across stereotypical, but
yeah, you do.
With them being Korean when they're making dishes, have they actually looked at international cuisine, or is it a lot of it is still Asian cooking?
What Biggie's saying is, I'm not a racist, but is it all ramen? That's what he's saying.
I didn't say that. You said that.
That's what you mean.
I didn't say that. You said that.
A lot of it is Asian cooking, but some of them do Western dishes. So some of them, there's quite a lot of Italian dishes. There's one guy tries an American dish. There's some of them that
what's that lard on a plate?
Some of them will do like Chinese or Japanese food rather than Korean food. So the food that they're preparing, even when they're being eliminated, is usually beautiful. Like, it's so colourful and vibrant. It's like really inspired Pip and I to like try and dig out some Korean recipes and try and learn
throw the air fryer in the bin.
Love Korean food.
But no, it's really good. It's one of those ones, a little bit like Physical 100, where it's so over the top and just so ridiculous in its kind of setup and staging. And all that. There's a bit where when you get down to like the 20 and 20, they get like team battles, and like they've got this like massive stage set, and they reveal like these 100 people that they have to feed. So each team has to do like 100 plates. And they're all just sat rigid upright with these white kind of masks on. It's fucking terrifying. It's so over the top. It's so unnecessary. And it's just like, Korean TV is meant for this stuff. It's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
But again, it's got that American voiceover on it as well with everyone.
Are they all still complimentary about one or two people? They're going, I'm sure they'll win. No, they're the greatest.
Yeah. There's lots of commenting on each other's food. And
oh my god, it's him!
Yeah, lots of that one. And they all pick like nicknames for themselves. Like so, like you're not really learning people's names. You know them as like Hidden Genius or Cafeteria Chef or the Comic Book Chef. There's one guy calls him the Comic Book Chef, and all of his food, he's like stood there like reading a manga through to find a dish, and then he like rips the page out. It's like, this is what I'm cooking, page 54 of Nobu and Getsu or something like that.
Oh, I'm now in. I have to see this.
Seriously, Biggie, you'll fucking love it. It's hysterical.
If it's as crazy as the fitness ones, I mean.
Yeah, it is. Just with a lot of food, it'll make you feel really hungry, actually.
I'm hungry now.
So yeah, give that one a try. Culinary Class Wars, and it's on Netflix, so it's worth your time. What else have I done? The game that Stig reviewed a few weeks ago, Loco Motive. I started playing that. It's really
What's
good.
It called?
Loco Motive. Never pull you up on your accent.
My accent's perfect. What are you on about?
Fucking Yorkshire. No, it's really good. It's got big kind of Monkey Island vibes. It's very funny. Like it's like the old Lucas Arts games. Point and click adventure. It's kind of everything I wanted it to be. I'm about an hour into it so far. The person's died. I'm investigating around. It's very funny.
It's one of those games that sounds like there's no notes. It's a great game.
Yeah, it does exactly what it says in the tin, and it's only £20.
That's good. That's a great price.
It's a great price for the kind of game it is. But it's really well presented, really well voice acted, and the dialogue is really snappy and funny, and the animation is beautiful. So yeah, it's well worth playing.
Cool.
And the other one I've played is Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, which has been recommended to me by a load of people. Because obviously I love Balatro, but I've been playing Balatro all year. this is one that's been marketed, hey, if you like Balatro, you'll like this. So it's developed by Purple Moss Collectors and published by Yogscast Games. It is a kind of battler take on Blackjack. Where instead of fighting
21.
instead of fighting against the dealer, you're fighting against a person. And different cards modify you in different ways. Like you get ones that like will attack them, do damage to your opponent. I'm not too far into it. I'm struggling a little bit with it because I can see where it's fun. But what I'm struggling with it is because obviously the whole thing is you're getting up to 21.
Yeah.
It's too random. You don't have a lot of control. Whereas with Balatro, you can be dealt a shit hand, but still make something of it.
Control it, yeah.
Like
that's what I hated about Peglin.
Yeah, there's a lot more strategy to Balatro than there is to Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. There is nothing wrong with it, but I think it's just the nature of it being Blackjack 21. It's like,
yes, it's the nature of the actual card game. Like you can be good at poker, even though it's quite luck based. No one's good at blackjack.
No,
He's lucky.
Yeah, and I think that knocks it down a bit. And I've seen loads of people say like, "This is better than Balatro," or "This is more addictive."
Bollocks.
I don't think it is. Like, it is more of a roguelike than Balatro is. Balatro is just keep going until you get it right kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this one seems to be trying to pull you down a plot.
Yeah. Balatro can be brute force, can't it?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's not as well optimized for the Steam Deck. It definitely feels better to play with a mouse than to play with a controller. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm struggling a little bit to see the appeal of it over Balatro.
There is the TikTok trend at the moment I've been watching where they call it Balatro syndrome, where any of its ilk, any of those type of games, you just can't get into it because it's not Balatro.
And
it's like it's ruined other games.
Yeah,
because if this came out first and you played this first, you'd be like, "This is a fucking absolute stonker." Brilliant game.
I don't think it's because I've played Balatro that this is the problem. I think this is just the problem I have with Blackjack. Because
I've never been a Blackjack fan.
There's no skill to it. It is just you pull a card. Oh shit! I got more than 21. I'm fucked. You know, it's that.
Yeah, at the Wikimans,
it's a very basic, short-lived fun. Is Blackjack?
Yeah, at the Wikimans used to have a video Blackjack game where you could win real money and stuff, and you'd watch some guy win like 100 quid. Then you think, I'm going to try my luck. Nah, you're never going to beat. You're never going. You know what I mean? It's luck. It literally. And again, I know people that have won big poker tournaments from my village. Big poker tournaments, thousands of pounds. Because with poker, you're playing against
people,
other humans.
Yeah.
That you can outwit. You might not have the best hand, but you're outwitting them. And it's a little bit like that with Balatro. You're outwitting the computer in a weird way.
Well, yeah, because it's down to how you build your jokers.
Yeah, exactly. So it's there's a nuance to it, and I get what you mean. I can get why some people like say, "Oh, I prefer this to Blackjack," because they might just have a better time with Blackjack. They just might have a good lot of runs. Yeah,
like the furthest I've ever got with in a run with Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers has been more down to just getting good hands and being able to beat enemies quickly. Like there's been somewhere like it's taken me like 8 to 10 minutes to get through a round against an opponent because...
Oh shit, and you said when your hand lands on 18 and you're like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
What do I do now? I've got 18. What do I do?
Yeah, some of them take ages because you keep tying, you both go over and you tie and stuff like that, and it takes ages to kind of whittle the health down. They'll do something and they heal and you're just like, fuck's sake, I've got to get back to it again. And it's like, that bit gets a bit frustrating. Sometimes you go through and you like smash through like 5 opponents in 5 minutes.
You've got a fucking Blackjack in 2 cards.
Yeah, and like when those, it feels really good. I think it needs a little bit of a tweak on its randomness scale, I think.
The RNG a little bit.
Yeah, there is nothing bad about the game. I just think that...
I get you, yeah.
I think that Blackjack is not the right thing to make a game out of because it is just so random. Whereas Balatro, there is a sense of strategy to it because there's
control.
Well, there are so many different poker hands that are possible. And even if you get the worst possible pull, you can still drop a high card in and discard 5 other cards.
Yeah, there's always a way out, isn't there? There's a you can build your way out of the hole that you've dug yourself into.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. That's why I was, like I said, with Peglin, like, there's nothing wrong with Peglin at all. It's just, it's pachinko, and you cannot control the ball. So once that's launched, you can't control it.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Must be consensual.
Okay. I suppose it might be one that needs to keep your eye on because it might get patched.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stop playing it. I'm going to keep playing it every so often, but because like I'm trying to wean myself away from Balatro because I'm over 130 hours now. So,
I'm clocking in at 200.
Yeah, I need to play other things.
What's the point?
Well,
Stig is loving this part of the podcast. He loves card games.
He does. He loves deck builders.
He does.
But, I mean, this week we've got Indiana Jones, so I'll probably be playing that most of the week. So
yeah, that'll claw you away, won't it?
That'll
keep you occupado.
So, but yeah, that's me this week.
Cool, I'll go next. Two things. The first thing, I want to have a couple of minutes appreciation for the band Coheed Cambria. So,
you told me to listen to one of their songs. I am a fan, but I never listened to the song.
To it now.
What's the song called?
Sorry? What did you say?
What was the song called that you told me?
So there's two. The song that I pointed to is Blindside Sunny. That's the one.
Blindside Sunny.
Get that listened to in your ear holes right now. But they are basically dropping their new album. If you don't know Coheed Cambria, they're like a progressive metal band. Fronted by Claudio Sanchez, who's probably got one of the most unique voices in rock. And you'll agree with me on that one, won't you, Gadget? Oh,
he's got a fantastic voice.
I'm also looking at your face now while you're listening to this. It's different, isn't it?
It's different than normal Coheed. That's a riff.
Yeah, it's punk rock, isn't it?
It's like prog punk rock.
Yeah. So their new album's launching into early 2025. The Father of Make Believe. The reason I'm bringing them up is because it's the first time I've ever pre-ordered an album in my life.
Oh, really?
Because they've dropped two songs, Searching for Tomorrow and Blindside Sunny, that you're listening to now. I've never been...
hang on. So how are you buying it? On what format?
iTunes. Just so I have it forever.
Yeah, no, it's just, because a lot of people either do or don't buy CDs anymore.
I don't have a CD player.
Albums get released on vinyl.
They're probably doing a vinyl, but I'm not bothered about
that.
I just want to have it. I want to support the band that I've loved for 25 years nearly.
I haven't bought a CD for about 4 years.
But I've literally never been more excited for an album from them dropping two sneak preview songs in my life. Like Searching for Tomorrow is typical Coheed Cambria, like progressive story. Like if you don't know much about the band, the whole albums the whole discography is a story called the Amory Wars that they invented about a character called Coheed and a character called Cambria. Coheed becomes a giant star and tries to destroy the galaxy, and Cambria's the princess that's trying to save the universe. Blah blah. And all songs are linked to that. It's the whole band is a concept band, not to the tune of like Sleep Token, where that is a concept.
Yeah,
they are normal humans. And they've also released comic books and mangas and stuff like that to go alongside.
If you've seen Claudio's hair, he's not a normal human.
No, he's not. He's a beautiful, beautiful little Hispanic heartthrob. He's got hair like... I don't know how to describe that hair.
Voluminous.
Yeah, voluminous. But you're listening to Blindside Sunny now, aren't you, Gadget?
I've just moved on to Searching for Tomorrow. But Blindside Sunny was really fucking good.
It's only about 2 minutes long, and it's just pure punk rock, isn't it? This is why I'm so excited.
Which is weird. I'm not used to Coheed Cambria doing stuff under 6 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited for this album so much because it's going to be a little odyssey, and I never talk that much about music. I never review music that much on this show, but music means an awful lot to me, and I've never known a band that I've loved all my life that's been as consistent as this band.
Searching for Tomorrow is really good. I'm really enjoying this one.
You're going to pre-order this album.
I might have to. This one's more traditional Coheed.
Yes, it is, yeah.
It's more melodic. Like Blindside Sunny's caught me off guard, that one. Because
it's aggressive,
so
isn't
punk.
it?
I can't remember. Claudio doesn't scream that much normally, does he?
No, but he's screaming in that one. He's fucking like a banshee in that, isn't he? And Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I've been watching the journey of them writing this album for a while now, and like Claudio went to Paris where he got inspired to create the band in the first place. He's not French or anything like that. He's American, but he went to Paris. He's gone back to Paris where they originally got the inspiration, and he's getting those inspirations back. And they're still. I mean, they're in the 40s, I think, so they're still a band that have got so much more to give. And I'm just really, really excited. And it's a great crossover for people that are not really into metal, but because they're not a screamo band, they're not a death metal band.
They're a prog band.
They're prog. If their songs were shorter, they'd be on the radio.
Yeah.
They're just not short.
Oh, hey, it releases on my birthday next year, this album.
Does it?
March 14th.
Yeah, nice. Get yourself a birthday present. Because you've always loved them, haven't you? You've got to respect them.
Yeah. I'm not as big a fan of Stig, but like certainly
Stig loves them.
Certainly like album 4, that's fucking amazing album, that.
Oh,
Good Apollo and Burning Star 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Part 1, From Fears Through the Eyes of Madness. That's the full album name.
That's why I just call it 4. I just can never remember the name of the fucking album.
Everyone just calls it 4, mate. They're just such a good band from the early days when they were a bit more emo-y. To now where the men and the singing about what they fucking love, and the musicianship's phenomenal. And yeah, I can't imagine, even yourself, Biggie, who's not really into rock music, listening to their big hits and going, I don't like this. I genuinely think you'd love it.
I think you would definitely get on with Welcome Home at the very least.
And The Suffering, things like that.
Yeah, and The Suffering, yeah, but certainly Welcome Home, because that is their most commercial track.
Well, it's basically Kashmir, isn't it? It's Kashmir Led Zeppelin. They've just made their own Kashmir.
I didn't mind a bit of Zepp, so I could probably listen to that.
Yeah. Well, that's what we mean by prog. It's quite Led Zeppelin-esque. His vocals are you don't expect, when you first ever listen to them, you don't expect that to come out of his mouth, how he sings.
No, he does not look like he sings.
He sings really like falsetto, really high-pitched.
Really pretty.
Yeah, really pretty. Beautiful, like velvety smooth vocals. Apart from in Blindside Sonny, where he's just screaming.
Yeah, fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
It's just, I'm just so fucking... It's just, I just wanted to appreciate him. I'd like you to put Blindside Sonny at the end of this podcast as well.
I shall.
Can.
It's a good track.
It's a very good track. It's very quick. But yeah, please appreciate Coheed and Cambria. They're such a consistent band. Never let me down. Ever. So the next thing, the main thing, is I watched and finished a full limited series on Netflix this week. It came out originally on ITV some years ago. The Walk-In, it's called, starring Stephen Graham, Andrew Ellis, and Jason Fleming. So I said Stephen Graham, so you know it's a fucking heavy-hitting drama, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I still think he's probably one of the best British actors of all time.
He's certainly the broadest, because if you think like going all the way back to like Snatch, where he's Tommy, then through like Boiling Point, and then what was that? Was that police drama where he was the prison warden?
Oh, with Sean Bean in.
Yeah,
that was good as well.
So like the man's got range.
In the Line of Duty, he was really good in as well.
Yeah, he was in Line of Duty as well. Yeah,
is he in that? Yeah. And he played chuffing, what's his name, Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire.
Did he?
Yeah.
Never saw Boardwalk Empire. Fucking hell.
Oh, it's good. It's good, mate. It's good. And he's in Pirates of the Caribbean and everything. But yeah, Stephen Graham's an absolute national treasure. So this short 5-episode limited series, 40-minute episodes, they're all on Netflix. It's about neo-Nazism. So you know it's a heavy, 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 heavy drama. It's set in England. It's based on true story from the start of like when Lee Rigby was murdered to basically now, about neo-Nazism and nationalism and racism and classism. And obviously Stephen Graham plays a character that used to be in the National Front back in the 80s. And now in his 40s/50s, he's an advocate for Hope Not Hate. You know, the charity.
Yes.
He's saying, look, I used to be this. If I can change, we can all change, and we can all be good. We can all be nice and tolerant, which is what everyone kind of secretly aspires to be tolerant, but some people have already got them inbuilt prejudices from where they grew up. So Andrew Ellis is the other main star. He's like Stephen Graham. They both starred in This Is England at some point.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, and Andrew Ellis is a young, 20-ish schlob in like 2017, dead-end job, didn't do well at school, from Widnes, so middle of shit, fuck nowhere, really, Widnes. It's a bit Liverpudlian, isn't it, kind of way?
Yeah.
That Merseyside kind of way.
Merseyside?
Yeah, and he's slowly getting indoctrinated into believing that, like, Muslims, Jews, blacks, gays are his enemy, and it's not...
I can so get on with that.
And it's kind of the circumstances which lead him to believe this. You're like, you don't sympathise with him because he's not a smart, methodical, evil man. He's a bit thick,
right?
And he's skint, and people are getting jobs that he's not getting, and he's knackered at work, and then he's seeing like his colleagues who are Muslim going for half an hour prayer breaks, and he's like, why can't I do that? He's confused. He's really confused, and he's not understanding. And like he goes to do a job in Bradford, and the guy says, well, to fit an alarm on their house, and they won't let him in because he's not married, and his daughters are in there because it's part of their religion, and he just doesn't understand. So he ends up joining like a National Front style neo-Nazi gang that existed in real life. This is all based on true story, and it gets to the point where his gang mates and who become his friends, they start murdering MPs. This happened as well. And he's like, oh shit, I want to get out. I don't like these people. I don't want them dead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want them dead. I'm not evil. I just don't like them. So he contacts Stephen Graham's character who works for Hope Not Hate. He was the same. He was indoctrinated and he got out. And it's basically, it just goes on from there, how Stephen Graham can get him out while it's called The Walking. So he's using Andrew Ellis's character as The Walking to be his mole in this. And you can imagine how tense that is. Like, we've got a mole, we don't know who it is. That kind of thing. And they're all really, really dangerous neo-Nazis. And it's all intersected with real-life news footage that actually happened. And, like, when Lee Rigby was killed, they were like, that's the start of this war now. This is the white jihad type thing. That really fucking heavy stuff to be watching before Christmas. I will give you that.
Fun for all the family.
I just think it's sensationally acted, sensational drama. Awful. Again, This Is England's awful, but you think, fuck me, that's a great film. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Important. And if you remember those times and you remember these characters, because these are real people and no one's changed the names or anything like that, you might know what happens by the end of this, because they don't change anything, they don't rewrite history in this, so it might not be a surprise to you, but it really caught me off guard, a lot of it, and I just thought it was brutal. And again, 40-minute episodes, I knocked all 5 of them out in one sitting of a day.
Nice.
And it's just... Every time, if ever in your life you're in a dark room, and Stephen Graham comes in and sits on a chair and starts monologuing at you, you're going to shit yourself. He's not even a big bloke. He's not a big bloke at all. He's frightening. And in his way with words and his ways with monologues. And if he pointed a finger at me, I'd shit myself. But absolutely shit myself. He's such a powerful, powerful force. And like, you've got Jason Fleming, who's been an actor forever, and you've got other famous British actors and stuff, and no one touches Stephen Graham at all. He is the man. He's the fucking man. And again, pinch of salt if this kind of topic, you're not into it. I'm into politics and geopolitics and class warfare and stuff. I'm into that, so I fucking love this. And I did know what happened before I watched it. And they still managed to make me think, because I saw sides of things that you wouldn't see normally, because we only see what the newspapers want us to see, don't we? That kind of thing.
You know what we need in the future?
Mm-hmm.
We need Stephen Graham to do a guest spot on The Bear.
I think that'd be phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
The tension of that show in general, remembering the tension of Boiling Point.
Yeah.
Imagine putting him against Carmi. Fucking hell, that would be amazing.
Oh, they'd just be pointing at each other, screaming at each other. Because they're both
They'd be doing
great
Spider-Man
pointers.
point at each other.
They're great pointers together.
And then Richie comes in and the pointing continues.
The pointing continues. It's just when a man walks in a room and turns a chair backwards and sits on it, but you're in for a fucking. You're in
trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. And yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a phenomenal drama. Again, you might not want to watch it before Christmas because it's quite hard hitting.
Yeah,
it's not brutal. It's not. There's no like aggressive. There's no like because it's an ITV drama. It probably wore on at 9:00, so there's no sex. There's no ultra violence in it. Do you know what I mean? So
I might save it for the January depression.
Yeah, it might be perfect for then. But I think it's still very. I don't hear about these dramas that go on ITV or BBC because I don't have a telly aerial. So, yeah, I spoke to a few of my mates and like, oh, we watched that a couple of years ago. It was amazing. And I'm just glad that Netflix are picking these things up now. Because that's where I watched the prison one with Stephen Graham as well and Sean Bean. It's just really good. It's called The Walking again. It's just really, really great. And I whatever he's doing next, Stephen Graham, I'm just here for it. I know he's filmed a recent drama in my village, believe it or not.
Did he?
This past year. That's coming out. It's called Adolescence. Literally in my village. Because people were seeing him and people I know took pictures. I don't know when that's coming out, but
upcoming.
Adolescence it's called.
So there's an untitled Peaky Blinders film in production that he's in.
Yeah.
Adolescence TV show.
That's the one.
TV miniseries, 2 episodes.
Yeah, they literally changed the school I went to become the school for that show. So that's going to be a weird one to watch. Stephen Graham knocking about my village. That's scary.
1,000 Blows comes out this year, apparently, 2024.
I'm just glad that he still cares about drama.
He's in Venom.
He is in Venom. He is in Venom. He's in all 3 of the Venoms, I think.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Man never stops. He never stops working.
I mean, his IMDb is incredible. Like, it's just so much. He
just never. Like people say, the shittest thing he's done is the bit part in Pirates of the Caribbean, and he wasn't offensive in that. Do you know what I mean?
He did a voice in that shite Hellboy film from 2019.
Did he? Well, that's a voiceover, isn't it?
Grugach.
Yeah. Oh, it did. Does it? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. But yeah, I love him, and I love everything he's in. I'll watch anything he's in. Yeah, check it out. Biggie, what have you been doing, mate?
I have recently finished a graphic novel I've been reading. It's a series which I believe has stopped at the minute. I'm struggling to find out if it's actually finished.
Okay.
But it's called Powers.
Powers.
And
I think they made a show of this.
It's a creator-owned comic book series written by Brian Michael Bendis and illustrated by Michael Avon Oming, combining the genres of superhero fiction, crime noir, and police procedural. The series follows the lives of 2 homicide detectives, Christian Walker and Dina Pilgrim, assigned to investigate cases involving people with superhuman abilities who are referred to colloquially as powers. So basically, in this world, superheroes have been acknowledged, are active, but they have to be registered.
Right.
It's a crime to use your
Sokovia
powers.
Accords.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's very funny. It's very dark.
Was it set in America?
Yeah, and just like a fictional sort of city in
Townville,
sort of thing.
America.
But it's just really good. The art style it's definitely unusual to get used to at first, because when you're so used to like the bombastic sort of DC and Marvel kind of superhero kind of look, and then you see the sort of independent, I would call it, artwork. But it works. You get used to it, and then it really works for the colours are fantastic. The palette is amazing. But it made me think, because this came out a long time ago, it's almost like, you're right, there was a TV series of this. Yeah. Sony, PlayStation Network.
Yes, there you go.
It for a 2-season series, but it was a long time ago, and it had one of your favourites. Who's that South African actor that starred in the sci-fi movies?
Sharpo Copley.
Shrimps. Yes.
Yeah.
He very weirdly, I haven't seen the series. I'd like to try and track it down.
You fucking kid fid.
Miscast.
You prawn. You fucking
I
prawn.
think he was miscast potentially in this because he's not how I picture the character from obviously in the graphic novel. Yeah. But what made me surprised about this was like how big a success The Boys has become when it has a lot of crossover in the material, the plots, the story, sort of what happens as it goes on. And it makes me wonder how good a TV series this would now become if it came out now. I think it would be amazing. It would work as like crime of the week, crime of the season.
The
storylines. Sometimes it's
a Powers has killed someone else. We've got to investigate why.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
It's so well written. The storyline is brilliant. I'd loved it. I thought it was really gripping. Some really interesting concepts, which I just clearly don't want to ruin for anyone that does want to pick it up.
Is there an omnibus available?
There are trade paperbacks that you can get into.
Yeah, that's what I usually get. I usually get omnibuses because I can't be asked chasing them up, and they're usually cheaper.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it can still be finished, was my understanding when I was trying to look into where it stopped. It had a weird ending where I got to, which kind of said the end, but I've got, we need to.
You reckon it's not?
Digging, I think there's potentially a further storyline with this. But yeah, I just really liked it. I thought it was really interesting. It made me think a lot of The Boys and realise that this came out, I think, potentially before The Boys or around the same time. I'd have to look at the dates, but looking at the success of The Boys and the fact that they've already tried to make a TV series of this, but too long ago, it was like 2013, 2014 or something when the series came out. It just
The Boys was like I want to say 2005, 2006, something like that. One of those. But
yeah, it's
commercial. It was a commercial success as a book, though, as well. That's why they picked The Boys. Like, I think
this struggled independently and it's now become a bit of a fan favourite now. But it's track it down. I think you'd love it. I think you'd really like it.
Oh yeah, I dig out like that. Absolutely. I mean, since I first read Watchmen, I like gritty superhero books.
Yeah,
I like them.
This is more of the same, and it's good. It's really some really dark subject matter. Really good. They're really interesting. Cool. Make way, it's Biggie. So I saw Moana 2.
You are now cinema guy.
Took my wife and daughter to see it. More of the same. It's an enjoyable romp. Moana.
I genuinely really like the first Moana. I think it's good.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
It's very, very well drawn. The animation is fantastic. It's even better naturally this time round.
There's something I love about really well animated water. I think it's really calming. It's the only thing I liked about Avatar too, is the fact that the water was cool. I like water. So Moana's a very water.
Like this. There's lots of water in this.
There's more water in it. I love it.
But it looks great. The animation is, as we're further down the line, it's even better. It's spot on. It's very, very good. It's missing the bangers.
The thing is, right, like, I think Moana ended perfectly. Is it not Is it not ham-fisted that there's a sequel?
It's almost a carbon copy. This time round, she's eager to explore other islands and has visions
and meets new tribes. I'm assuming
of a dark future for her people if they don't make contact with others.
Okay,
it's got all your beats of stories, morals, take responsibility for the future.
So we're not getting to the point where the Portuguese turn up and start killing them all yet, are we?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, that could clearly be a bad ending. But there's, we welcome those that are different from you. Obviously, women empowerment is obviously a clear message. Yeah, man. Great. It's great for all that. I would argue that the opening had a lot of exposition to fill, and I think it took a little while to get going. And I think even my daughter was getting a bit agitated because she was just.
She wants to see the chicken.
She wants to see some fun, and there was a lot of story drop and. The music's just not on par with the first one.
Is The Rock back in it and stuff? Maui?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, good.
He's fine. All the characters are fine. There's obviously comical moments. It's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. Take your kid to it. See it. They'll love it.
It's not one to go on your own. It's a bit weird, isn't
it? And singing Moana. But yeah, absolutely fine.
Cool, man.
Yeah, if you want some put that on the pod art, you can.
I
The
will.
weird thing that happened to me this week is that
Are we reviewing real life?
I'm not going to review PlayStation rewards because that would be weird. But what it does do with the campaigns is it forces you to click on a game, install it or play it, whatever you want to do, to try and get the little reward that you get for it that gives you a bit of money. That will
He
end
wants
up
you to buy
with
the
time.
games, mate. That's what
Of
he wants
course.
you to do.
Of course. But the ones that you already own, you can earn a little bit of coin for. And I happened to, out of one of the campaigns, was a game on my list that I already had installed. And I thought, oh, I'll just click on that. Because
Battlefield.
No, I ended up playing The Witcher 3.
Oh,
I have
Welcome,
already
Goose Chris.
completed the main story of Witcher 3. I
Has it
ended
gone
up
to the DLC?
restarting it because of the PS5 upgrade. I checked that out when that first came out, which is why it was installed on my PS5, sorry.
It's 5.
But, I clicked on it to start. It came out, oh, do you want to continue where you last left it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I haven't stopped playing it for the last 3-4 days. I just fell back in love with
Whereabouts
The
are you
Witcher.
then?
I have just done the
Oxenfurt?
Bloody Baron mission where you have the crones of the Crookback Bog.
oh, I
Gotta
love
meet.
that mission. The whole Bloody
I've-
Baron quest line's fantastic.
Yeah,
I like that all the hags are Welsh.
Yeah.
Says a lot
This
about
is
the
what
Welsh.
has blown me away
It does.
because I forgot that this game came out in 2015 and I was late to it the first time round. But going back to it now, it's just the acting is so good. It's, obviously with the accents, but it's on par when you think of like Baldur's Gate 3, all the sort of recognition that it got for the stories, the plot, the acting. But I mean, this did this.
It got the recognition as well, mate. Don't worry.
did.
Oh, yeah, I
yeah.
know it did, but it just reminded me like just how good this was.
No
back
one forgot
then,
The Witcher
even.
3. It did not
No,
lose
everyone
many
still
awards.
talks about what a great game it was, but it just I just can't believe how good it was back then. Like the detail in the costumes,
It's amazing.
like it's where they're fraying, the buttons, the stitching. It's just I've stopped just to look at it and just go, wow, this is just so.
Yeah, they've put a photo mode in it now as well, haven't they?
Yes,
They have, yeah.
But yeah,
It's
just,
my second favourite game of all time. It used to be my
It
first
is.
favourite game.
It's up there and probably my top 5 as well. But it's just the
Yeah.
fact that it got me back into it so quickly, and I've already completed it. I never did the DLC. That was my plan.
Oh
when
my
they-
word.
When they
Your
did the
DLC's the best
PS5,
stuff.
well, yeah, when they did the PS5 upgrade, it was kind of like, oh, great. I thought the game looked good back then, but I was like, I'll go and see what it looks like now. And obviously, it looks very lush and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, great.
60
And
frames
I
per
thought-
second constantly.
It gave you the option to start the game straight off with the DLC if you had that unlocked. And I was like, fantastic. And then I thought, oh, no, fuck it.
No, play
You
it
know what?
all.
I'm just going to play it
Play it
again.
all.
So
Yeah.
I restarted it, and yeah, I'm now however far I'm in. But the other thing that I've done this time is played Gwent.
It's really good, isn't it?
Which
Couldn't
means
be
you're never
asked.
going to finish the main game.
I couldn't be asked to play it last time. I don't like these silly minigame apart from Blitzball rules. But
Blitzball's the worst one.
it's not. It's the best. But it's yeah. I just
Triple
could not.
triad, man.
Yeah,
I hated
wait.
that. I hated that.
Bum,
Couldn't
bum,
get it.
bum,
Couldn't
bum.
get my, and I couldn't get hit. And I get it. These kind of basic
What was
that
the
they've
one in
got
12?
strategy.
12 was it was like a
I haven't got there yet.
it was like a on a board game, wasn't it? And you had to like steal people's bases.
Yeah, was it? I think it was based on Go, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like Go. Yeah.
But yeah, Gwent. I don't know why. I just thought I want to get my head around Gwent for no reason. Just I
It's
was like,
not that difficult to understand
It's
the
not.
rules.
but what
The
I
problem
ended up doing
with
was,
Gwent in The Witcher is you have to buy and find the cards, the good ones, to win.
yes, and this is what I've discovered
That's the
because
difference.
I ended up winning a few rounds and I got the one off the Baron, which I wanted to start the mission off.
It let you win the first few.
And then I was like, okay, so who do I play Gwent with? And then it's like there's merchants, barkeepers, but not
There's a
everybody.
quest, isn't there?
Yes. But I ended up going to a merchant in one town, and he was kicking my ass. And I was trying to understand.
because he's got a full deck. You haven't.
Yes. And then I suddenly realised, and I started looking at his moves, how he was beating.
Yes.
And then it clicked, and I was like, oh, I get this now. And I was like, yeah.
And also,
I was
in
hunting
Gwent,
down Gwent cards.
You're at a disadvantage if you have to play first.
Yes.
You want to go second to see what they're kind of going for.
I've worked strategies about just losing because you can lose.
You use the weather cards a lot and stuff, don't you, as well?
Yeah. It's just there's no harm in losing your first round because you can, if they've put a really good card down, you can make sure they've lost that potentially unless they've got a decoy and whatever. But it's just, I suddenly understood the game and I'm just kind of like, ooh, do I want to go and do a mission or do I want to play a few rounds of Gwent?
The problem is, mate, you're playing Gwent, right?
Yeah.
You'll carry on playing the game, and then you're going to get to Skellige and realise that all the Vikings in Skellige are the best Gwent players on planet fucking Earth. They will destroy you because there's a full fucking Skellige set you have to buy, and then you'll get to Toussaint, which is in the DLC. They've got their own set of fucking Gwent. That's why I always stick with Northern Realms because it's an easy deck to build.
Yeah, I mean it's fun at the minute. I mean it may wear off very quickly, but just the fact that I love the Witcher, the music, again, it's just incredible, and all this kind of stuff. I was just loving the universe, and I thought, why don't I never really look at Gwent? And then I thought, I'll have a look, and now I've fallen.
It's really good.
So I've got two great things in one game that I'm really enjoying at the minute. And yeah,
you should definitely seek out Thronebreaker. That is Gwent, the game, isn't it? Gotcha.
Well, the problem is,
Thronebreaker is the Gwent game. Yeah,
Black Myth.
There's a story to it.
Oh,
you got that? You got Black Myth?
Yeah, don't you remember when you were talking about it? You messaged me privately, and I was like, I saw you were playing it. I was like, I picked it up,
and I was like, get this game; it's going to be Game of the Year.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed it. I'm still in chapter 1, but I've got to the big white wolf fight that you have to do, the one that jumps along the rooftops.
Yes.
I'm beat him the other day.
I'm further on than you then.
God, just kicking your ass.
But I'm loving it. I'm just really
not by far.
Enjoying
just the
that
next
game,
boss along.
But I just never thought
you'd be into
in love with Witcher again. And yeah,
it's one of the most special worlds in gaming, mate.
Yeah, just love it.
It's sublime.
The scenery, the background effects, just
and we're getting a Witcher 4. We're getting one.
Oh.
They're in production. We're getting one.
Yep.
It's exciting.
But yeah, this game, man. Just I forgot how
Gwent
good it was.
is a lot better than the collectible prostitute cards in the first Witcher.
Very much so.
It's a lot better.
But I mean, The Witcher 3 is pretty much on sale every other couple of months or whatever.
Mate, I've
if
seen
anyone
it for
out there
£7.
hasn't ever played it and bought it, just do it. Man. Don't do yourself.
It's fucking incredible. And you can play it on story mode if you find it too hard and you don't like combat.
It's got its faults. The combat's
it's not brilliant. It's just pressing the same button, isn't it?
Roach on the horse is mental.
Come on, Roach.
Times. And the poor guy, the guy that was playing Geralt, I used to hate his voice at first. But it's kind of the first time I played it, I really loved the game, but I thought he almost sounds American. It was bugging me for ages.
He's supposed to sound like he's from Rivia, which is a place you don't go to.
But now it's warmed on
works,
more
doesn't it?
This time around.
But Henry Cavill just does that. He just does that, doesn't he?
Well, when he cracked me up, there was
English accent.
Part of that last mission that I've done, there's a story mode where you have to get these kids to give you some information, but they won't do it unless you play hide and seek.
Yeah, I remember.
Geralt playing hide and seek, and the voice actors had to be in the studio going 1, 2, 3, and then go ready or not, here I come, which just made me crack up. I was like,
you know, the more you play The Witcher 3, you realise how fucking good with kids Geralt is.
Yeah,
he's so good with kids.
He's Hulk. The guy that played him, the amount of dialogue, because all depended on what mission side quests that you do. He obviously had a lot of work for that because he nails, I guess, every interaction that Geralt has. He is so good. He plays him so well.
But remember, he's not the original voice actor. The Polish.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not playing the dub version. I'm playing the dub version. Sorry, I don't know what the original's like. But
it's not as gruffled, the Polish one. But he's a superstar in Poland. Him who plays Geralt.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. Cool. What a week we've had, us three.
Indeed.
Have our listeners had a week?
We have some listeners who've had weeks, certainly. Especially if you look at a calendar. But first of all, Stig has said, "Evening, chaps. Sorry I couldn't be on tonight.
I don't want to know.
I do have some feedback for you because I couldn't let it be a completely Stig-free episode now, could I? Strap on in.
Next.
He's telling us the strap on is in.
Oh, the strap on is in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm more inclined.
Yeah. Firstly, I've been playing Black Ops 6 and having a great time with it. It's one of the best first-person shooter games I've played in a long time. Very different to the previous Call of Duty offerings, and each mission offers up some kind of variety to keep it interesting.
Can't wait to play it.
Second, I watched a coming-of-age film called How to Have Sex. It came out last year to high praise from critics, and it's easy to see why. It tells the story of 3 young girls on their first holiday away. Think places like Ayia Napa or Magaluf. And whilst on it, they form a friendship with some young lads. It's really well acted and has some hard-hitting subject in there. Hard-hitting subject in there. I think that's what he meant. When I was that age, I went off on my own lad's holiday. I would scoff at my mum saying, like, be careful or don't get too drunk. But when you've been to those places and seen how the culture is firsthand and then see films like this, as a dad of 2 girls, it terrifies me. So whilst I can't relate to the experience of the girls in the film, I can resonate with it from a parent's point of view.
I wonder if I watch that film, it will finally teach me how to have sex.
I mean, it can't hurt.
I still don't know.
Third, we went
No
to
idea.
see Moana 2 this weekend. It's fine, but nowhere near as good as the first. It's doing gangbusters, but that was expected. However, it won't have the longevity of the first. I don't see many people returning to it like they did with the first film.
Yeah, agreed.
Finally, I saved the best for last with Conclave. This is a mystery thriller directed by Edward Berger based on the 2016 novel by Robert Harris. It stars Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, Sergio Castelletto, and Isabella Rossellini. Fuck me, that's a cast.
That sounds good.
The film centres around Cardinal Thomas Lawrence, played by Fiennes, who's been tasked with organising a papal conclave to elect the next pope.
That sounds amazing.
As the film goes on, however, he finds himself investigating secrets and scandals about each candidate, and it's bloody excellent. If you want amazing actors stood in rooms bouncing excellent dialogue off each other, then this is the film for you. Sounds like an Oodles film, this.
Fucking hell. I've spunked.
On the surface, a film about electing a new pope doesn't sound all that exciting, but there's some great twists and turns throughout.
When they set the fucking smoke and it goes through the chimney and everyone's like, yay, new pope!
It feels very much like a political thriller. Everything about it looks amazing, from the costumes to the setting, and the audio mixing is fantastic. It's gone into my top 10 of the year, and I think awards nominations for Fiennes are definitely on the cards.
I love Ray Fiennes as well. I love him.
Yeah, have you guys ever seen The Name of the Rose with Sean Connery and Christian Slater?
Yes.
That was another banging film setting.
It was great.
I
love the sound of that so much.
Yeah,
I might have to watch that. And one last thing, just in case Oodles forgets again, Saturday 14th of December, 8 PM, twitch.tv/modernescapism. Be there for our end-of-year Christmas show. Stig out.
Also, it's just me then that has to tell people this, is it?
Well, I've been telling people the last 2 weeks in the edit.
Yeah, there you go. I knew this.
Lee Davies has said, I did it! I finished Vampire Survivors. What a game! It's totally addictive and super simple to play, but it has depth in the way you choose weapons and passive abilities. Also a game that can be played one-handed, which is great for accessibility. And also wanking, I guess.
Yeah.
I also like to mention Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars show. I like it a lot so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I tried watching it with my soon-to-be 8-year-old. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Alexandria. Happy
birthday, Alex.
Thinking it would be suitable for younger kids, but it was a bit much for her at times. It had a 12 plus on Disney, but they made it out like it was kid friendly, so I kind of feel like they've missed a trick, as it's the same target age, as it's just the same target age as the other films and shows. So I'll watch the rest on my own.
Don't forget the original Star Wars has people having limbs lopped off and aunt and uncle being burnt. So yeah,
and then brothers and sisters snogging. True. Don't forget. Cool. Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, right. Next up, Xenos has sent a minor essay in.
Oh, where did he send that? 'Cause I couldn't find that.
He sent it to me directly because he had it in a Word document.
Do you know, he thought, do you know what? This episode's not going to be that long. It fucking is.
So he says, this week I finally finished a game I've been playing for quite some time. That's right.
Baldur's Gate?
I've gotten to the end of Castlevania Order of Ecclesia in the Dominus Collection.
For fuck's sake.
God, I'd forgotten how unforgiving this game was. I genuinely don't remember how I did it as a teenager. Dracula is a fucking nightmare, and even when you've done all the side quests and have access to healing food as well as potions. The rewind feature I mentioned back when I started in August is a literal lifesaver. I count at least 10 deaths I had to undo in the final boss fight, and even remembering how to how some of the attacks worked, I don't think I was ever fast enough to dodge, block, or counter them all without getting hit. Nonetheless, that's 1 out of 3 in the collection done, and the one I'm most familiar with.
Has he not played Aria of Sorrow then?
Guess not. Or he might have. He says that's the one he's most familiar with.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
Now, I know that's not what you're waiting to hear about me finishing. I've been keeping you updated on another game as well, and I'm pleased to report that as of yesterday, I've also completed The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
What about Baldur's Gate?
Genuinely a solid puzzle adventure all the way through, and although I know it was aimed well below my age range, I've really enjoyed playing through it. I finished it with about 75% of the available hearts and all but 2 of the echoes. I don't know if I can be bothered to go and get the last few because 100% completion isn't going to affect the ending. The Lionel Echo pretty much filled pretty much every role I needed for the last boss sequence except one, which was done rather neatly by the level 3 Lizalfos, which unlike the Lionel can survive underwater. I'd give it a solid 7 or 8 out of 10 personally, and I don't think I'll be playing back through it. I hear it's got an impressive speedrunning scene, and they've already worked out how to finish the game in under half an hour. I'll have to watch a video for that at some point. Arguably, neither of those are the biggest thing I did this week.
Come on.
I also did something I've been waiting a lot longer for, which was booking tickets to see Wicked at the cinema this very Sunday afternoon. Went with my sister, who's seen the stage show in the West End and already watched the film once, and although I've not seen the show before, I do know the plot and a lot of the songs. What I didn't know when I booked the tickets was that the wheelchair space I booked for her is on the 2nd floor of the cinema, effectively giving us our own private balcony to watch it from.
Nice. Bang into that.
No mingling with coughing children and adults, no spilled drinks or popcorn, and arguably the best view of the screen.
Love
the
that.
film is, in short, spectaculous. Spectaculous is the word he used.
I like that word as well.
That's a perfectly cromulent word in Oz. See, he's backed it up. The visual effects are incredible. The clockwork train is a physical prop. Somehow. Bloody wizards. And the soundtrack is absolutely outstanding, as you'd hope for a musical converted to a film. I will say it's very odd hearing Jonathan Bailey as Fiero because I'm used to him playing my favourite cat boy in Final Fantasy XIV, and I've not seen him acting in person before since I don't watch Bridgerton. He's done a great job.
Handsome.
He's very handsome. He's done a great job with the role, though. My sister had to explain all the cameos to me afterwards because I'm not familiar with the stage cast. Overall thoughts, genuinely, if you liked anything like Frozen or Moana or any other bloody Disney musical films, go and see Wicked. I'm not asking, watch the damn film. You need to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I've kept you waiting long enough. Yes, I did set this up in a way specifically in hopes that it would annoy Oodles. Sorry, Oodles.
It is. What's he done?
In my final update for the week, yes, I have in fact finished Baldur's Gate 3 for the first time a year and 5 months after I started my first run.
Yes, he's done it. I'm so proud of you, mate.
Saved all the tieflings and got the achievement at the end for it too. My friend who's been hosting this multiplayer run says the save is almost spot on 90 hours, but my total playtime for the game so far is about 328 hours, which gives you an idea.
I've beat you 4 times and not done it that long.
Which gives you an idea of the time I've spent on the assorted other playthroughs I've started and not finished. It's so much easier to play when someone else is controlling half the characters and easier to coordinate strategies too, since I have about half as much thinking to do. Our party broke level 16 on the way up to the Elder Brain at the end of the game, so we were all well above the intended level thanks to mods, but to be honest, it didn't make a huge amount of difference because our strategy for the final boss was have Karlach yeet all the rune powder explosives at it, and that was enough to take it down in one turn regardless of level.
Similar to what I did, to be fair.
The Emperor went down a single round for my character alone. Sucks to be the Mind Flayer who picked a fight with someone he completely underestimated.
Yeah.
And Karlach halfway beat his dragon to death, not a euphemism, in one turn with its own sword. That said, this is probably not the last you'll hear from me about Baldur's Gate because patch 8 is coming next year and adding a new subclass for every class, and I can't resist the opportunity to build my tabletop swashbuckler rogue/glamour bard in the game.
Okay, I'm really proud of him. He's finally done it. He's seen credits.
You know what we can do though, Oodles, when patch 8 comes out? We can play it together. Cross-play's out with that one.
Are we doing it?
We're doing it, man.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it, bro.
Doing a Scorched sheep run.
Yeah, I'll just do a bard then. We'll do it properly. But
if we want to stand any chance of finishing the game, we can't have a Calbo.
No. I've never, ever had a monk. Or played as a monk. Or
now's your time to find out.
Near me.
I finished it. I can come in.
So yeah, that was Xenos' epic feedback.
Can you
Last
imagine
up,
if we played Scorched Sheep in Baldur's Gate? That'd be amazing.
It is a thought. It might be a stream. Maybe we'll get back to streaming next year.
maybe. Last up, it's the BBAK himself. It's Best Boy Angry Kurt. Hi, ME crew. The main thing I've been up to this week is starting the Disney show Say Nothing. The series follows the lives of people growing up in Belfast in the 70s, 80s, 90s during the Troubles, as well as their involvement in the Provisional Irish Republican Army and inquiries into the disappeared and particularly the murder of Jean McConville. I have found it utterly gripping watch and is a strong contender for the best show I've watched this year. It's brutal in places and even had me getting emotional in certain episodes. It's also been good in teaching me about the Troubles, which, in all honesty, I didn't know much about. Highly recommend it.
Oh, yes. The Troubles indeed. That was a bloody... Still, it's not ended, let's be real. It's not over.
I mean, it has ended. That's what the Good Friday agreement was for.
Has it, though? Really?
Yeah.
Officially, yes. Has it, though? I don't know. But yeah.
Just because Debbie Punk keeps threatening to car bomb you even though you don't have a car, that doesn't mean the Troubles are still ongoing. That's
not religious. That's just a personal attack.
How the two you see you love each other.
Yeah, it's just what he wants. Like, I let him do it. I'm always checking under my car that I haven't got. That's the problem. He's blowing up my neighbours' cars all the time. I'm fine.
When I was living in London, when this sort of trouble was going off in the 90s, the social club that my parents ran was next door, maybe 1 or 2 down, was an Irish bar called the Rising Sun or something like that. Very the name for it. But
it's a weird name for an Irish bar.
I know. Some people tried to put a car bomb outside one of those British Army clubs.
Yeah.
And the locals,
Legions.
this is in North London as well. This is in Southgate, North London. And the locals decided to kick off and go and trash the Irish bar because he was Irish. It had nothing to do
That's what I'm saying.
with what had
It still
happened.
happens today.
There was, I don't know, something like 6 police vans, loads of cars out. They completely trashed this guy's business.
In Harrowing, mate.
Because he was Irish. It's just, it was awful.
I bloody love the Irish. Bloody love them. Not Punk, though. He's a knob. Is that all the feedback?
It is.
Yeah.
Cool. As always, links to all our extracurricular activities are in our show notes. And at Bluesky. What's the link for Bluesky? I still haven't memorised that yet.
It's at modernescapism.bluesky.social.
It's so awkward.
It is,
So-
but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah, and please consider becoming a patron where you get access to all our secret treasure trove of goodies. We've been over how much there is there. This Kenny Potter, Modern Escapism, and thousands upon thousands of hours of content that's just delicious. These two here that I'm doing this podcast with, they're still ongoing with 252 Curious, the longest ongoing
We're
podcast
just whetting
in
their
history.
appetites, really, just for the big reveal.
For the comeback tour.
Yeah.
One day it will drop. Just try it. Just try me a patron. Treat your loved ones at Christmas.
You can gift patrons as well.
You can, yeah, you can. But speaking of which, we are doing our Christmas live show in a matter of days. By the time you listen to this, we are doing it on Saturday, the 14th. Is it?
Yes,
14th, about 8ish.
Yeah.
Usually, that's the official time. 8ish. On twitch.tv/Modern Escapism. It's usually one of our best hitters every year.
Because you get hammered.
Opening, yeah, I'm always hammered. But you get to see us open presents. You get to... We'll be talking... On that episode, we'll be talking a lot about our favourite things of the year. Our gotties, fotties, and what-otties. Do you know what I mean? All that stuff. All that golden stuff.
Our titties.
Best titties of the year. That's what we'll be doing on that one. So please, if you're in the chat, tell us your favourite things and stuff. Get involved. We like it. We do speak to you while we do it live. I know some live podcasts don't like speaking to the chat. We love it.
We do.
We like it. We get you involved. You basically produce.
I mean, we don't like them all in the chat, though. Let's be honest. There's that one, the one I'm talking about. We don't hate it when they turn up.
That guy. Yeah, that guy. But yes, please help us out. Even if you just log into Twitch, and leave it and go and carry on with your lives. just a view. And if you've got Amazon Prime and stuff, send us that. All that nonsense.
You never know, we might do it on the live show. You might just bugger off and do the same.
I've got many costume changes planned. Many. So it's going to be great. But normally it would be Candyland, but she's not here.
We do have a Candyland. She sent us one.
I thought we may have. Is it going to be about how Xbox's break?
No.
Damn.
It's time for Candyland.
And now, what's up in Candyland?
So she said, here's an idea. If you're on your deathbed, but you're not at the delirious stage yet, have someone film you doing an epic final words and then pretend to die. This is what she's thinking about right now, faking her last words.
So a final monologue.
Yeah, so that I guess the idea is so that you have something meaningful as your quote-unquote last words before you start becoming a gibbering wreck as your brain shuts down.
I always envisioned I'd copy a great death quote when I die, like "Et tu, Brute" or something like that. But saying that to a nurse is not very applicable, is it?
Mate, you're going to die prolapse in your guts as you vomit in a
I'm not going to be at the hospital, am I? I'm not going to die in an hospital, am I?
No, you're going to die well before the ambulance gets to you.
I'm not having a deathbed, am I?
No, you're having a death gutter.
Yeah.
Or a death
I'm
social
on my
club.
deathbed. I might put my hand up and just go, and then say the word.
No.
Or I'd ask them to lean in really close, as if I'm going to reveal something really important. As to get closer and closer, I just
Fart.
boot them or honk their nose last minute and then go.
Got your nose. I thought you'd be buried at sea.
Probably.
Yeah, by his wife.
Yeah, they'd shoot him out like Spock in space.
Alive.
Go on a romantic cruise together to rekindle their relationship.
Kicks him off.
Boots him off the side.
Yeah. He's like, look, I'm king of the world. Bang, he's over. He's gone. Ah! He's the guy that hits the fucking propeller in Titanic.
I told you guys the story about the burial at sea, didn't I? Did I tell you about
Yes, you did, yeah.
The double
How you were
smash.
buried at sea. You woke up, you had amnesia, you turned out to be Jason Bourne.
No.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Fought his way across Belgium on the way home.
In a Mini.
That's weird, because even now, any room I'm in, I look at all the exits, naturally.
Just natural instinct, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah. Candy is... So she's thinking about her mortality currently. I reckon it's to do with the fact that her Xbox has died.
Maybe she's wondering what the Xbox's final words were.
Error 574 times 279 XL. That's probably the final words. Yeah. Your Game Pass subscription is over.
Well, I mean, there has to be a silicon heaven. I mean, where would all the calculators go?
I bet she's fuming that her Xbox has died before Indiana Jones comes out.
Well, she's got a PC.
Nah, she's not going to sit up and do that.
What do you think she was playing when it died?
She wasn't playing anything. She was turning
Bethesda
it on.
Game.
No, she was turning it on to download Indiana Jones. She wanted to do a
in a
preload.
museum.
Indiana Jones and the holy shit.
My mate's Xbox recently died. His Xbox Series X. So it's a power supply issue. It keeps the light keeps. Do you know, like sometimes on PCs you get the flashing light.
Yeah, that's her one in one power on. And Microsoft have quoted
he's got warranty.
290. Well, Microsoft have quoted £290 to fix it. You're second hand one for less than
Xbox
that.
Series S. Get Series S.
Or dust off your Xbox One, which yes, I do own. Might I point out?
Mad that you own that. That fascinates me that you own an Xbox Series One.
I did play it for a while.
Xbox One S.
No, it's an Xbox One. Big black monster one.
That's what they used to call me at school. Anyway, that's the end of the show. Thanks for being a listener. If you are a patron, you'll see us in the green room. But for everyone else, we'll see you at Crimble. Crimble time. Crimble. Merry Crimble.
Merry Crisis.
Feliz Navidad.
Please
Bye.
feed the dog.
Holy Hannibal.
Bye.
Bye.